intro.
Yo, what's up, guys? Islink's here, and I'm here with Teridax. Welcome back to the VOD, or the recording of the new
Okay,
podcast.
you are no longer allowed to do the intro anymore. That was
I
absolutely
thought we
ridiculous.
established this already.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why I told you to start it. I should not have. That was a terrible mistake. I'm sorry, audience. I mean, whatever. Whoever's left, whoever has not clicked away just quite yet. No, but
Right.
in seriousness, guys, we probably should have streamed. Or well, we couldn't stream because shit's been fucked. But we probably should have watched the Game Awards and then fucking post the video by today. But things came up. It's my birthday yesterday, so I'm
Happy
now
birthday.
closer to my I'm closer to my day of death.
Oh
Happy
my
me.
god.
Fuck, I'm old. But so as usual, things come up. But yeah, no, we are going to talk about a couple of games that we're not going to talk about the Game Awards itself, like what games got what and all that shit, because both me and Lynx are pretty much in agreement that. I mean, I've already talked about this before, and I'm pretty sure you've talked about Link as well. It's obvious the gamers do not have a choice when it comes to awards for the Game Awards. I mean, for God's sakes, like Black Myth Wukong, from the research that we've done, if we're wrong, put a comment down there and tell us that we're wrong. But as far as I'm aware, from what little I've seen of it, Black Myth Wukong did not win a single fucking reward, even though I'm pretty sure it is the most sold game of this year to be released of this year.
Absolute
And I'm
wild.
confident of that number, which is it just says that the industry hates its consumers, and it thinks very little of their opinion. So, which even if I'm wrong on that, I'm still not wrong in that fucking thinking that either. Where I mean, let's face it, folks. It's pretty obvious that the media, the gaming industry hates its consumer base with the past games that have come out. Looking at you, Naughty Dog, but we'll get to you later. But
So, something I wanted to bring up real quick, and I'm going to do a screen capture and
yeah,
show,
please.
because I want to show this real quick. This is our last VOD of our stream, our podcast. We had
Oh,
doubled
uh,
our viewers within a single week, and I just want to say thank you from the
oh
bottom of my
yeah, no,
heart. I want to say thank you so much for tuning in and just listening to us ramble for a solid. And there goes my alarm, my house alarm. Okay.
oh no! Well, fuck, thank you. I was
So
wondering what was going on. Like,
I will
what
be
happened
right
to your
back.
audio? Well, while he's gone, I'm gonna say my thank you. Yeah, but no, like, I mean, God, again, like, it's not much, but still, the fact that 132 people are willing to actually,
False
I
alarm,
don't know,
folks. False alarm. It was just the alarm being dumb.
this is why we call this the BS podcast, because it's
Yeah, because
completely
bull.
fault.
Anything can happen. Anything.
We should call this a chaos podcast or some shit like that, because
Yep.
it's nothing but absolute chaos. Because
You
we
know.
definitely do not know what the fuck we are doing,
You know.
which is fine. Like I said, it fits because it's just a bunch of idiots talking about shit that we want to talk about, so
e-
shit that makes us geek out. But no,
Exactly.
we do want to say thank you to those folks who do. I mean, hell, even if you clicked it and watched it for like 6 seconds, I don't care. It's still You're still helping us with the YouTube algorithm, because you've probably heard several YouTubers talk about, if you're well known on this, or if you know this site pretty decently well, you've heard YouTubers bitch about the algorithm a lot, and it is a pretty bad fucking monster when it wants to be. It can be pretty favorable and make no fucking sense sometimes, but it can also be a complete and total fuckhead.
You ain't
Which I'm pretty
lying.
sure most YouTubers will probably fucking agree with me on that one.
So
But
yeah,
So
I'm.
what should we start with first? Should we just start off actually watching some of the trailers from the Game Awards, like, because that is what we're going to focus on, folks. We're going to focus on the games that are being announced, that are coming up, that were talked about in the Game Awards. Honestly, I don't think people want to hear us actually talk about the awards themselves, like what all got awarded what and all that shit, because everybody knows
Mhm.
it's fucking shit. Plus, there's already a lot of people talking about that topic anyway. So
So I kind of joined a little late on the Game Awards, like about an hour late.
Oh yeah,
but
you
it's
watched
okay.
more than I did. I didn't watch barely any of it. I think I joined, ironically enough, right when they were announcing the Dark Souls or the Elden Ring trailer, and then I dipped
Mm.
out right as soon as after it finished.
Well,
So
good thing is someone on IGN put a full playlist of all the reveal trailers and everything. So I'm just going off of this. So,
disclaimer: we believe it's all the games that were on there. Because, to be honest with you, I haven't watched all of the Game Awards, which I kind of don't want to, because apparently it was 4 hours fucking long, and I don't want to watch the industry just have a circle jerk with each other. I don't feel the mood for that.
yep.
I mean, call me lazy, but still, I mean, 4 hours long of a stream—that's a lot to process. To be fair.
Oh
But
yeah.
if it's not all the games that were announced on there, leave a comment and tell us what we missed, because in next podcast we will go back and look at that trailer. Even if it's an
Mhm.
indie title, a small one, we don't care. We'll go look at it too. We're 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 just fucking gamers who love to talk about games and give our opinions on them, on what we think, if they're going to do good, they're going to do bad. What looks good, what looks bad about the trailer. That's pretty much what we're going to do. And
Exactly.
there are some pretty interesting trailers. Now, I talk shit about the gaming industry a lot, but from this 13-minute video that we're probably gonna watch, and it probably will be a little bit longer because we're gonna stop and pause and talk and shit. But there were some titles, and you can ask Link. See, I was freaking the fuck out over one of them
Mhm.
when I should not be. I should not be, because of how the gaming industry has treated old school games. But there is one
Yep.
trailer that I'm absolutely gonna fucking geek out on, because I played this game as a kid. Lynx, did you play that game?
No,
Real quick.
I've never played the game you're talking about. Also,
'Cause
are
it
we?
was on, the N64, by the way. That's where I first
Mhm.
played it, was the N64. So I was just
Yeah.
curious, because there's a game that I kinda wanna talk to you about that's,
Oh my god, what is
uh,
this?
bringing back oh dear lord, he's judging the fuck out of us. But
He's judging us
he's
for
like,
not
"Shut,"
talking about
no,
the
he's
Game
like,
Awards.
"Shut the fuck up and get this," average viewer right here, "Shut the fuck up and just get to the Game Award trailers. You said this is what you're gonna put the title in the video. Just fucking show me the Game Award videos and just talk
You know
shit."
what? Just this image right here, just fucking the thumbnail of the video, fucking Kabora Kabora judging us while we're talking about Nintendo shit when we should be
Just have
talking
it
about the
like a
Game
little
Awards.
thing where it just says "average viewer talk about the fucking Game Awards."
Yeah, it's fucking
Shut no,
just
shut up
play
about the Nintendo. Shut up about Nintendo and fucking talk about the Game Awards.
it. just just
But
insert
no,
the
if you
God
wanna,
just insert God of War music right here, like you know how in God of War 3 it's just a da na na
yeah,
na na na.
yeah.
It's just like
Or he's
that.
getting ready to fuck somebody up.
Yeah.
Like, you don't
When
shut
you
the fuck
choose
up
to
and start
skip his
talking about this.
dialogue.
Uh, Yeah, well, let's go ahead and switch over to that video on the Game Awards, or the trailers, and let's go ahead and start talking about some of the first ones.
Yeah,
Because,
let's.
like I said, there's
So,
one trailer in there that I kind of want to talk to you about a little bit.
all right.
That's
So,
okay. So you good? You found a playlist. Good. This is better than the one that
yeah,
I found.
I said that. So, okay. Not only do we have everything announced, but I'm just going from top all the way down the bottom. Like,
Down to the bottom. How many is it? Okay, good. It's a
it's
good bit.
like
Yeah,
fifth.
I think.
We'll be here like for an extra like maybe 3.5 hours.
Oh, is it? Okay, so this looks like more than what the. But then again, that 13-minute video that I sent you, like, it looks like like the Elden Ring trailer that was there. Dude, it was like 10 seconds. They edited
Mm.
the fuck out of that. I feel like they don't like Elden Ring, which doesn't surprise me. But still. But yeah, no, let's get into The Witcher, because
All
I can
right.
talk a little bit about The Witcher. I know you know nothing about it.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this up.
I don't unmute. Yeah, leave it muted.
All right. Yeah, that's a good
And
idea.
yeah, we're gonna talk over it because we don't even want a chance getting copyrighted,
But I will
which
say
when it
this:
comes
the
to
game
not.
looks great. It looks beautiful.
You're on the Elden Ring one. Go. You gotta go back.
Oh fuck!
Yeah. You get yeah.
Why did it
It
skip?
I don't know. I noticed that too. I didn't see you click the skip
I mean,
button. I
then
don't think you did.
again, when I guess Elden Ring looks beautiful. All right.
You're not wrong. But
See, this is pre-rendered.
honestly, yeah. This game doesn't look too bad, but I just seeing CD Projekt Red and how they've been doing recently, got a feeling this one ain't gonna be a good one. That's just based off of what I've been seeing from
Okay,
CD Projekt
maybe I
Red. Like, it
shouldn't show
looks
this.
good.
Maybe I should not show this.
You'll be fine. IGN hasn't gotten taken down. Like I said, as long as you
Well,
mute
I'm a
it,
smaller
it's
channel, so
fine.
who knows?
Doubt anything will even fucking happen, but still. I mean, the music industry would get your ass more than that because like that's barely anything to be fair.
Yeah, Diddy would probably have my ass cheeks before YouTube would.
Okay, now see, you'll probably get copyright struck on that, or not copyright struck, taken out for that. Talking about the whole Diddy shit. I don't know. That's just me talking shit. But
uh,
see, this trailer is different from the one that was in that other IGN video. This is not the same one. But
so,
I am curious because like I forget her name. Again I Links. I know you know nothing about the Witcher series at all, do you?
mm-mm.
Yeah. See me, I'm a bit familiar with it. I've never I played a little bit of the third one, but I really honestly don't know too much about it. I know a decent bit. I know more about CD Projekt Red than I do the actual game
Actually,
itself.
I'm gonna turn on
I do.
captions.
Yeah, that would probably actually be a good idea.
Also, something I want to point out is the like and dislike ratio seems to be pretty decent on this, so who knows?
Like I said, and that dislike ratio is probably because of the people who just do not like. Well, it could be also IGN because nobody likes IGN anymore.
And
But also, it could
bots.
be because yeah. See that right there is kind of what I'm wondering about because I think
Well,
her name is Siri. She's taking over Geralt and or Geralt's place. I think I'm not 100% sure on that, but if that's the direction they're going to go in, I think that's a bad idea because I mean, look at the Netflix show that they did. They talked about actually replacing Geralt and having him with a less, a less of a role. Now, to be fair, it was less of a role in his own story.
mm-hmm.
I don't know when this game takes place. I don't know if this takes place,
Like a
if this is
prequel.
actually. Well, no, because there are books that are about The Witcher. Actually, does have a line of books, and the game somewhat follows the books. I'm not sure if there's 3 books or 4 books or how long the series is. But if this game goes against at least the books and say for example, this is when like Geralt's story is still kind of somewhat big, and they just replace Siri with or replace Geralt with Siri, like this character right here. I don't think it'll be looked upon as fondly. It'll be recreating a whole Joel situation from The Last of Us, where you just kill off that character for no excuse other than just to like most companies are doing nowadays, for DEI purposes. Granted, I'm not shitting on Ciri's character. From what I saw and what I know in the game, she is actually a really, really well written character. But so was Ellie and The Last of Us 2. You know, we'll get there. But I don't know. Like I said, CD Projekt Red has had a lot of controversies with them, and I honestly, I want this game to do good. I want The Witcher to start doing good. But from how Netflix has been treating the series and how a lot of the stuff has been going around, like with how CD Projekt Red is just their handling of the brand, I have no faith.
Well, I'm
I
kind of
mean,
also holding off anything about it because this is pre-rendered, so this is just a reveal. So we know almost nothing about this game too.
no, yeah, that's the thing too. We don't know we don't even know like there's no gameplay to this at all. Unlike the
Mm-hmm.
Elden Ring, there's actually gameplay, which is cool. But like I said, I'm just going based off of what I see in this trailer. Like they don't show Geralt at all, pretty much in this trailer, and that's to me that's not a good sign. So
So
because
hold on.
Geralt, no, for those
Okay,
who don't know,
I'm
because I know you don't know, Geralt is like the main character. He is legit the main dude from the original games,
so I
and pretty
got
much this like the whole Witcher itself. It's pretty much you know how Lord of the Rings is pretty much like it's literally like old British, like old English, myths and shit like that somewhat.
yeah.
It's like it's pretty much similar to that. But like for The Witcher, it's literally old Polish, like the Poles. That this takes place pretty much, well, not in Poland, but it's all Poland mythology. Like all the monsters and shit like that you see in here, they all come from Polish mythology.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a reason why it looks the way it is and why the monsters act the way they are and all that shit. It's literally medieval Polish mythology.
Okay.
It's kind of like there's another example that I could use, which is not like kind of like Ragnarok, but not as fantasy as much within that God of War. You know how like they kind of
Yeah,
with the
Nordic, you
Viking
mean?
shit. Yeah, with
Yeah.
a Nordic vibe to it. Yeah, it's similar to that, but like it stays more faithful to the myths. Whereas, obviously God of War takes a bit more creative liberties with it, with some of its characters like
Anger bullet.
well, I was gonna say that Loki is not the son of some Spartan. He's actually the son of Odin.
Well,
You know,
that.
he's an actual fucking bro. He's a real brother to Zeus, not Zeus, but Thor. He's
You-
literally Thor's brother, or in the actual mythology. Whereas in the God of War thing, he has no relation to Thor whatsoever. And honestly, I'm kind of curious because they never really did the whole connection of how he's actually brother of Thor.
Mhm.
So they did not do that connection well at all. Loki's kind of his own thing, but
Yeah.
I digress. Yeah, if we keep talking about this, we'll be on this for
So,
forever.
yeah, and something I want to point out, this chick was struggling with this thing. You see, like, how she's struggling, right?
Oh yeah, no,
She's
Geralt.
struggling.
These
Like, this
yeah,
chick
these
is
these monsters are tough.
struggling.
They're not fucking no. These monsters don't. And she's not human, by the way. She's actually a Witcher.
Mm.
I think she's a Witcher. Correct me, people, if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that Ciri's a Witcher by this point. And Witchers are not human. There's a bit of genetic modifying in the Witcher series, not much. Like Geralt himself, he's not human. I think he's like they do some kind of ritual which makes them inhuman. They are almost on par with monsters. They're able to like take on monsters and beat the fuck out of them. But at the same time, they're looked upon as monsters as well because of the shit that they know and the things that they could do. Like
Mm-hmm.
they can all cast magic. They're all like you see that she has two swords there and she's not using it. The sword that she's using, I'm pretty sure that's her silver sword. The silver sword is specifically used for monsters. She will not use that to fight against humans because
Mm-hmm.
silver's a weaker metal, so it'll, break easier. It's more fragile. The other sword is straight steel or iron or something like that, which she will use against other humans. That's why Witchers carry two swords. It's typical that each Witcher, whatever weapon they have a silver one and they have a steel one. So usually, typically, they're hired. You ever heard that song "Toss a Coin to Your Witcher" by
N
chance?
no, I've never heard it.
Oh, you're missing out. That's actually a really good song. But that song actually, if you like actually like break down the lyrics and listen to it, the lyrics it actually kind of explains a little bit. They're kind of like hired mercenaries, but not really. They're pretty much monster hunters.
Mm.
So I mean, they deal with monsters and ghosts and banshees, all that type of deal. So they're I mean, like I said, it's actually I mean the older games are really good. This new one,
Yeah.
again, I'm just talking out of my ass with some of the shit. I don't really know what this is going to be, but from what I've been seeing of it and what they're pushing of it, if they're pushing Geralt aside, like the Netflix one is doing, I got a feeling they're going to find out just like how Netflix did that is a bad but fucking move.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, let's move on to the next trailer. Let's move on to the Elden Ring one because I have a good bit to say about that one coming from as a Dark Souls fan. Again, never haven't played Elden Ring yet. I know I need
So,
to, but
all right.
this
So
trailer is
let me
pretty fucking
read this.
interesting.
So, Elden Ring upcoming standalone cooperative spin-off. So it's not a DLC. Okay.
Now, this
Standalone.
confuses me a little bit because it calls it a co-op spin-off. But what's weird is the Souls games, even Elden Ring, have always been a co-op adventure. Like you can literally summon somebody to your world and all that shit. So I'm wondering, does that mean that you're constantly going to have people playing with you?
So it allows
I'm
players
wondering what they
to
mean by
team up
cooperative
with
spin-off.
two co-op partners and drop into a condensed map based on Elden Ring's Limgrave area with enemies and structures that are randomized at the start of each session. So it's a what do you call it?
Wow, this will be available on PlayStation 4. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Same with Xbox One and Xbox Series X and PC. But what do you call those games? It's like Valhalla in that regard.
Which
What
Valhalla?
God of War
Talking about
Valhalla.
Assassin's Creed.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
okay.
DLC. It's kind of like that, from what I'm guessing. What do you call those types of games?
Oh, you're talking about where it's like a smaller spin, like it's not a full game, but it's like a spin-off version of that game.
No, it's like randomized every time you go in.
Oh, you're talking about have you ever seen the game? It's Souls-like, but it's all the dungeons are completely fucking different. None of them are exactly the same ever. Like it's all
Yeah,
completely randomly generated.
a complete run, like
Remnant. Remnant.
a,
Remnant does that type of shit where it's like all the dungeons, all the maps, everything completely randomly generalized. So not like the bosses are the same, the type of gear that you're gonna get from the same, your main base and others like
hmm
typical like say for example this is like a story area or whatever, like that's going to be the same, but how you get to that area is completely fucking randomized and it will not be the same at all. It'll be randomly generated. Like no playthrough is ever the same when it comes to that map. It is always going to be completely fucking different. If that's what you're talking about, maybe I could see this game
roguelike.
doing that.
That's what it's called. It's called roguelike.
Okay.
I've seen people call this Elden Ring Night Rain. I'm gonna call it
Yeah,
Night
Night
Rain.
Rain. Yeah, it's Night Rain.
Um, a roguelike because of every time you go in, it's completely different. So I'm gonna assume and call it a roguelike, and you
Which
could tell me I'm wrong in the comments.
I mean, it might be possible because, like I said, if you'll play the trailer, there are some like I'll point out some areas that honestly I believe are from the older previous games. Like there are some areas in this trailer that I
So,
can't 100% agree, but I think they're from the other Dark Souls, like actual Dark Souls game. Because if I'm not mistaken, Elden Ring, Bloodborne, and Demon Souls, they all take place in their own separate universes. They are not connected whatsoever. I know for a fact that Bloodborne, Demon Souls, and Dark Souls, those Dark Souls games they are not in their own. They're not in their same universe. They're all completely different. People have tried
so,
to tie them all together, but the lore just does not make sense,
so
especially when it
I'm
comes to Demon Souls.
going to assume they're taking a page out of God of War Valhalla's book and putting stuff in from
I don't
previous
think so.
game.
I think what they're doing is they're taking a page out of no, I know what you mean by Valhalla now, where they're just taking bits and pieces from the older games. No, I think what they're doing is they're finding they're they've been listening to the fans and just putting and connecting shit. Like kind of like a Kingdom Hearts situation to where like the worlds are now linked all of a sudden. Each like dimension is linked now. There's something that they're doing like this. I don't know if you could do this in Elden Ring. Like when it comes to Elden Ring, folks, I'm out of the loop on that one, and I've been purposely staying out of the loop because I don't want that. Like this area right here,
I'm gonna pause
this
that.
kind of looks like the Great Swamp to me. It's not. It's definitely not. But this actually kind of looks like the Toxic Swamp from Dark Souls 1, and I'm kind of getting a little bit of Bloodborne vibes off of this too, but not
Hey,
by
there's
much.
one of our viewers right here after listening to us for the past hour.
Yeah, nice one. You can keep playing, by the way, because I'm trying to see if I recognize there's very little like I know this is like more like the armor that's Elden Ring. That boss I have no idea who it belongs to. I'm trying to look at gear and all I'm seeing is Elden Ring gear right now. I'm not seeing any other.
Oh, that guy ain't having kids no more.
No. Well, typically most bosses aren't because it's just how the height differ. Like this, like pause real quick on this character. Like go back to that boss. Like if you can get a decent like screenshot of that boss. So some people are confusing the I've seen some people do this. Some people are confusing this boss for the dancer from Dark Souls 3. Give me a second. I'll pull up the dancer for you that way you can share it. Um but that's not how the dancer looks. She kind of moves like the dancer a little bit, but not 100% the dancer. Cause hang on, let me because the dancer she's like a bit more blue and silverish. Dark Souls 3. Yeah, here we go, right here. Where's a really good image? That's not okay. Yeah, this is the bit fan artist. No, let's see here. That's probably a better
All
picture. All right, I'm sending this to you real quick.
right.
This is the dancer right here.
Also,
Yeah,
if you
that
guys want to see me play Dark Souls and lose my fucking mind, then let me
yes,
know in the
that
comments.
that will
I,
probably happen. That is a playthrough that probably will happen because I will be. I'm going to try to play through with him, and it probably. I'm probably if you're gonna play Dark Souls, I'm probably gonna have you go through the third one because to be fair, it's the easiest one out of all of them.
nah, let's do the hardest one first. Fuck you.
You want to play Dark Souls 1 by yourself.
Oh
I
my
mean, not by
god.
yourself, but like you want to play through Dark Souls 1. I believe my PC could probably actually handle Dark Souls 1, so we could run Dark Souls 1 if that's what you want. I'm just gonna let
I
you
don't.
know
It's
that
fucking
game's gonna
torture.
beat your fucking ass. So no, there's that image right there if you want to pull it up. I just sent
If
it to you.
I alright, if I reach 500 subscribers, I will play Dark Souls 1.
You're not gonna get that.
If I get
Like I said,
500 subscribers, and I want to make sure you hear this, Teridax, and I want you to make this into a short. And if I get 500 subscribers, I will start playing Dark Souls 1.
and for those who's listening, just this is how I play. If I'm going to help him play through this game, I'm not going to give him a hand. I'm not going to tell him where traps are. I'm going to let him fall into them, and I'll possibly make him fall into them on purpose. So you'll get to laugh at that because I'm an asshole like that. I will walk you to a chest, stand near it, and make you think, "Oh, hey, this is a safe chest for me to open," and not say a fucking word while you open it, and it just devours your ass because it's a fucking mimic.
Oh
I
my
am that
god.
type of asshole, and it is absolutely hilarious. I do that for everybody I help walk through Dark Souls. I'll help you to the bosses. I ain't gonna fucking help you when it comes to the to the traps
Mm-hmm.
and shit. I'm gonna let your ass walk into that because I feel as part of the Dark Souls community, I feel you must suffer like I have.
Mm-hmm.
You must suffer the pain that I have felt. You must take your fair share. But no, if you'll continue, there's some more bosses that I can show you as well. I'll probably just edit it and pop the dancer up there in the editing.
Mm-hmm.
But again, like I'm not seeing any Dark Souls 3 armor. Okay, now pause real quick. That character, go back a little bit where it's showing the character's face. I don't know why, but she kind of reminds me of the. She looks like the Firekeeper from Dark Souls 3. That same like kind of mask thing, but she's cloaked. Like Firekeepers, they usually don't have cloaks like that. Well, not white like that. They're usually in darker colors. Actually, no. I think. Hang on. Let me pull up
Can I
the
zoom
Dark
in?
Souls 1
Nah, I
Firekeeper.
can't.
Now that's as close as you're gonna get. Hang on, real quick. Let me look up the Dark Souls 1 Firekeeper. The Firekeeper from Dark Souls. Then again, it could be the Firekeeper from Dark Souls 1. That very well may be the Firekeeper from Dark Souls 1 because if that's blonde hair, is it not? Did you see the little bits of her hair?
I don't know. I can't tell. It looks a little brunette, but I can't say.
It doesn't look white. That's for sure. It doesn't look like silver hair or whitish hair. But no, some of these bosses they just look super familiar. I know they move similar, like
Imagine the
and
fucking
none of this.
brothers show up. I've
Okay, yeah,
never
pause
played
this
Dark.
right here. Pause. Okay, this I'm 100% thinking this is the lava area from Dark Souls 2. I think this is fuck, what was that area called? I don't remember, but this area looks very similar. I don't know because now it is confirmed, and you will see one here shortly. There is one boss I recognize, and I 100% know it's from Dark Souls 3. But this is an area that looks like it's from Dark Souls 2. You can keep playing. Um,
Imagine if
let's see.
the brothers show up as like a surprise boss.
That looks like a Demon Souls area. Okay, right there. That guy. Yep, you instantly knew. That is the Nameless King. Same dragon, same dude. He even used the same moveset against you from what I saw. That is the Nameless King. Oh, by the way, you're gonna love him when you get a Dark Souls 3. Yeah, see, he's even using the lightning spear. I don't know this enemy. At least I don't remember it. I think I recognize that blade though. I think might have been an enemy from Dark Souls 1. Because that blade looked familiar. Or Dark Souls 2. But like I said, all this stuff, I have no idea who these. Like I've never seen that boss before. This area looks somewhat familiar, but not by much. It kind of reminds me of Gale's area, but no, it's not. Okay, now pause real quick on that. Go back on the where it's like zoomed out on the door. Hang on, because I'm gonna send you this image and I want you
Dio
to kind of
meme.
put this image up there. That looks like the. Hang on, let's see
The
here.
Dio meme, where he's like, "Oh, are you approaching me?"
No, that looks like Lord Gwyn's chambers, like to actually get to Gwyn from the first game. That looks like the door you have to open to get to Gwyn.
Are you talking about the chick from Total Drama or what?
No, I'm talking about when I say Gwyn, I mean like Lord Gwyn from Dark Souls 1, the big boss from Dark Souls 1, the final boss kind of. But
Yeah.
you can keep playing and we'll keep going. So like I said, that might be an interest to the to I don't know. Like I said, I still don't know
See,
because I'm
here's a
not
better
seeing like
shot at the door because we can see like the arch and
yeah.
everything. Oh, let me go back.
Because like I said, I can't know because that door's
Yeah.
not art just like that. But see, like I said, the imagery changes per the game because you come back to this place again in Dark Souls 2, and that door's a lot bigger, and the entryway to get there is completely different. The bridge
So
that allows you to walk to it is a bunch of giants that have instead took the place of the bridge.
so
And in
maybe
Dark Souls 3, it's not even there anymore. It's completely just corroded away.
so the life of the Night Lord. The fuck is that?
I have no idea. See, like I said, this is all new to me. I have no idea. And like I
And
said, that could be a reference to Dark Souls. I mean, Demon Souls. I don't know.
that's the title. Night Rain.
So I don't know. This game is going to be definitely interesting. Hey, Lynx, me and you might actually play this one when it comes out too. We'll probably definitely play it if it depending on how quickly we can get you through the
Hmm.
Dark Souls series.
Oh, dude, it's gonna take us forever. You
We
know it's gonna take us forever.
No, it's actually quicker. Like Dark Souls 3 won't take us that long because like I'm not gonna take you to do like every fucking ending in there, and I'm not gonna take you to do every fucking side boss unless you want to for content. But like I said, I'm going to at least get you through the main bits of the game that you need to get through.
All right.
So I mean, Dark Souls 1 is probably gonna be the longest playthrough we do because even me, I've beat it a couple times. I beat Dark Souls 3 more. I've beat 2 a little bit more as well. Dark Souls 1, I enjoy that game the least only because I forget where the fuck to go and it does not tell you where to go. You honestly have to explore. I will get lost in Dark Souls 1. It is just one of those games to where you actually have to like, fucking pay attention to what you're doing and actually explore and try to find
Mm-hmm.
your next path. But yeah, it's probably a good time to segue into the next trailer.
Borderlands 4.
Yeah, I'm sorry, folks. This one I'm going to show my bias here. I have no faith in this one. I think this game's going to fail.
I've
This one I don't think it's
never.
going to do too well.
So okay, so let's recap a bit, shall we? To I think like 2021 or 2020 with the last few games because Borderlands 3 it was kind of mixed to low reviews, and not
That
only
was
that.
actually just 2019 is when that one came out, by the way.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Um, then after that, I think Tiny Tina's game came out, and that was pretty bad too.
But yeah, she had like it was the
Hmm.
DLC for her, which they've already done something like that before. I mean, I guess it was okay, but the problem that people had with Borderlands 3, and I think this one, because technically Borderlands 3 was a success, I don't think it actually failed.
Hmm.
But what I think, the reason why I think this one's not going to do so well is because Borderlands 3 may have done good because everyone thought that it was going to be a good game. It was another one of those things where it was riding off the coattails of a more successful game, which was Borderlands 2, because Borderlands 2 is the best Borderlands out of all of them. Like, Handsome Jack, hands down, is one of my personal favorite villains, because he is just a very well-written villain. He just hands down is. He's one of the top video game villains of all time, if you could talk to people. Say, hey, well, who's your favorite villain? Good chance someone's going to bring up Handsome Jack.
Hmm.
But, and then they came out with, what was it, because they did come out with another one, the pre-sequel, Borderlands the pre-sequel, which that one it was still somewhat fun, but you were starting to see a downside to Borderlands. And then 3 came out. That one, honest to God, just felt like even I played it. I couldn't last long in that game. It just feels like a soulless version of Borderlands. Like the gameplay wasn't too bad. The gun mechanics were actually pretty fun. It was a decent shooter, but when it comes
Hmm.
to like the actual story and the characters and all the other shit, it felt like a soulless version of Borderlands 2. It just felt like an updated soulless version of the original game. It
Yeah.
like the characters did not feel like themselves. There were some characters they pushed that were really fucking terrible and really terribly written. Those who play the game know who I'm talking about. And there were just some characters who honestly just did not act like themselves either. I mean, for God's sakes, we've already seen how they're, 2K's already kind of treating this game. I mean, do I have to bring up the movie? Do I really have to bring up the movie to
Nah,
prove why I
I
don't
don't
think this
think
is
we
going to do
have
too
to.
well? For those who have not seen or haven't even heard of the movie, I encourage you to go watch that trailer for that movie, and you'll see why I don't think this game is going to do too well. Don't get me wrong, this trailer looks decent. It looks like it's going to be a fun game. I just don't think it's there. I
Hmm.
don't think it has the soul. So I don't think
I
it's going to
think
be a
another
decent.
thing that I'm also going to add on this is that when Borderlands 1 and 2 came out, it had its own distinct style of things. Like its art style
Yeah,
was so like unique, but now whenever I think of I see Borderlands now with Borderlands 3 and Borderlands 4, it's starting to lose that style and looking like
yeah, you're seeing
realistic
what I mean
generic
when I say
AAA
that.
game.
Yeah,
Like
like look at this and compare it to the older Borderland games.
mhm.
Like the style is not there. It's just I don't know. It just looks like seriously like that one, like that bit right
Yeah.
there. Where was Lilith? Where was any of the Vault Hunters from the previous game? Where's Zero? Where's
Like
I mean, there's Vault
look at
Hunters
this
there.
shit, man.
That's another thing I was gonna bitch about. Look at the designs
Look
for
at
some of these characters.
this is
Like,
bad. This is Concord style of bad.
yeah, I'm not too big of a
Whoever
fan of
you
these
guys
styles.
are hiring to do these character designs, I don't play Borderlands, and I even see this, and it immediately makes me disappointed. And it's not because of like anything specific, like skin color or anything. It's just that all these designs are so overused, and there's no more creativity anymore that it just makes me not want to play a game like Borderlands.
I encourage people go back and look at Borderlands 1, the cast of Borderlands 1. Go look at the characters from that one. Okay, and then go back and look at the characters from Borderlands 2. You don't have
Mm-hmm.
to do this. I'll probably put them up on my screen when I edit.
Yeah, I'm just moving my mouse out of the way.
And put them okay, and then like compare those to Borderlands 3 characters. Like and the prequel characters. Honestly, the prequel characters were okay. Some designs I had some critiques on, but there were some characters in Borderlands the prequel that I actually did like, Claptrap being one of them because I can't help it. People say they dislike
Mm-hmm.
Claptrap. I like him. I love Claptrap. I hate what they've been doing to him, but I still like his fucking design. I think he's a cool little robot. But with this, I don't know. I honestly I don't see like Tiny not Tiny Tina. What was her name? Gage. She was one of my favorite characters from Borderlands 2 because of the whole robot thing, but like
Mm-hmm.
she had a unique design to her. What was the other one? I didn't care for much for Maya because I just didn't care for the psychic powers. Salvador. Salvador was fucking cool as hell. Salvador was a character that I loved too much because he made a joke of the tank character because like he was technically the tank of the group,
Mm-hmm.
but he was so fucking short, dude. It's so funny. He's like a mini Mexican leprechaun who's
Oh
just like
my
is
god.
stuck in the fucking tank, and it's hilarious. I love him. He was the gunzerker, the dude who just like pulled out two giant fucking machine guns. But if I'm not mistaken, I think his in-game actual height, I think he's shorter than 5'5". If I'm not mistaken,
Five,
I think he's
that's
5'4",
Tom
and he's like,
Howard levels of height, dude.
yeah, he's like Tom Cruise level short.
Nah, have you seen Tom Howard what's his name? Tom
No,
Howard,
I haven't.
the Bethesda CEO height?
No, I
Dude,
haven't. Oh yeah,
dude.
Blind
Oh,
Tom. Yeah, yeah. He makes himself look tall, but he's actually not that tall.
dude, there are rumors that
And
he
again, I'm
puts
not
insoles in his
picking on people
shoes.
who's short, but like they still made Salvador's. I played Salvador all the time. I was a Salvador man because I just loved fucking Salvador. He was awesome. I loved his lines. I loved his dialogue. It was an awesome fucking character. It was fantastic. And I think there was two people who I mained a lot. It was Salvador. Typically, you would think I'd main Axton because I do love his turrets, but no, I actually didn't. It was him. And believe it or not, back when I was actually decent at sniping when Borderlands 2 came out, fucking Zero. Only because you didn't have to, like, Zero, technically he's the sniper of the group, the assassin. But you didn't have to stick with him with fucking sniper rifles. You could also use him as, like, the guerrilla warfare type dude who would just run in there, do some damage, use some of his, like, ninja abilities to be evilly able to disengage from the fight and then strike at a different area where it's weaker from that whatever, and then use your abilities again and get the fuck out. So you
Yeah.
could go to multiple different locations because he is the assassin of the group. So Zero, and that's another thing too. From based off of these characters, except for one of them, because you could definitely tell where one of them, what the fuck he is. Actually, two of them, you know what the fuck they are because one of them has tattoos. You probably don't, but I can definitely tell. She's not supposed to be pink.
Oh my god.
Hang on, these
What
might be actually.
what is
Hang on.
this character design?
Keep,
Man,
keep,
what is
keep
this?
playing.
Oh, I
Hang on,
don't
real quick.
want to. Come on,
No, 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 no.
man.
Keep playing because I'm curious if this is going to be some of the DLC characters. I think those are DLC. Oh, good God. Are they making Claptrap another fucking playable character? I hope not. They did that to death. I'm not going to lie. I'm not liking these character designs either. Like the enemy designs.
Hold on. Can
Some of them look
can I go
cool.
back real quick? Look at this man. This man.
Yeah, that's your typical psycho brute. Yeah, there's been several that have had tiny arms and a giant fucking limb before. That's
Yeah,
nothing
it
new.
seems like he looks like
Dude, this is the game
Quagmire.
that no, this is the dude that made Psycho Midgets
No, this
famous.
is the
Like enemy
guy that
midgets
is
famous.
critically online on sites where you should not be on.
Oh, I'm gonna do a heavy amounts of editing on this one. But yeah, no, pretty much. I don't have any faith in this one.
Yeah, I do not have faith. They stole that art from Doom. They just photoshopped their name over
Yeah,
Doom.
you're kind of right with because like if you looked at the holographic weapon, it kind of did look like the Doom weapon.
Dude, look at that. Oh,
Yeah, it kind
fucking.
of does look like the Doom. What was
Look
it?
at
The
this. This is
Crucible.
Doom. This is legit Doom. This is Doom gameplay.
Well, I don't know about the gameplay, but that
Look at
axe definitely
this.
did
Look
look
at this.
like
Look
Doom.
at this. What is this?
Another
What are you
elemental
doing?
weapon. There's like a frost one, and there's a what character uses this ability? This has to be the dude. This has to be that one guy. Huh.
This is Doom.
Oh
See,
no,
they
I think that's the chick. I think that's the other chick.
well, if that was the chick,
So there's two melee mains? Because like, look, their nails are painted, and you can kind of tell by the fingers a little bit.
all right. But yeah,
Yeah, I
they
don't know. I still can't tell on that one. I can't tell. I don't know. I just know that this does not look like Borderlands at all, though.
yeah, this is
It
Doom.
looks like a Borderlands skin. It looks like if you were to tell AI to describe Borderlands.
Like I don't even know anymore, man.
But now I know this next bit. I'm already excited for this because this is already out, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
pretty
this
sure
is
that
out.
yeah,
I
this
just
is already out.
I haven't like had a chance.
I think this is going to bring back Helldivers a little bit. I think it's going to boost back the players for a little bit. I think it's going to bring back some people back because I don't know Helldivers. I like Helldivers a lot, and I think some of it's good, some of it's kind of not great. Some of it they definitely need to fix some more. But
Yeah.
well, this is an enemy race from like the first game that they're finally bringing back.
So something I want to point out, and I've seen like 2 or 3 people, or maybe more people talk about this, but people are calling Helldivers 2 the new Halo or the modern day Halo. Do you agree or disagree?
I kind of agree with that. Not as like the super soldier, but like as the ODST bit, because like, dude, do you know how
Hmm.
long you've played ODST, haven't you? Haven't you played ODST?
Like a long time ago. I haven't played it in years.
Okay. But you know what ODSTs are. They're not Spartans.
Hmm.
They're just like they're pretty much like how we have the Marines and then there's like the Black Ops teams or whatever.
Hmm.
ODSTs are pretty much the Black Ops teams, except they're Black Ops teams are more specialized, whereas the ODST. Some of them are more specialized, but others are just,
Mm-hmm.
they're like really, really highly trained Marines.
Yeah. Why am I
But
getting Mass Effect vibes from this too?
yeah, a
Well,
little bit. Like I said, these enemies are completely different from the original game's enemies because like
mm-hmm.
they have like a pinkish aura. Now, if I'm not mistaken, originally this race was very peaceful, and until Super Earth came and fucked with them a little bit, which may or not be, our doing. But yeah, now they're coming back for war. Now they've turned into a war-like society. And holy shit, this thing can fit four people in there.
Yep.
That's actually kind of. Also, this is legit the Warthog. This is legit the Warthog from
That's
Halo.
why
Yeah,
this is modern day Halo. This is essentially
I'm
what
kind of
Helldivers
hoping.
do.
Is this bad that I'm kind of hoping this? I kind of hope that you can actually shoot your teammates that are hanging out the back of the Jeep. Or that you can actually shoot your teammates that are inside the Jeep with the turret. Is it bad that I'm kind of hoping that you can do that?
But it looks good.
I know it looks good, but there are some bits I am a little bit worried about with the vehicle because there are some maps where the vehicle just does not work
This
in.
man just got knocked the fuck
Okay,
out.
okay, this is kind of a joke right here. Hang on, go back to that a little bit. Do you see he's using a bolt action rifle, right?
Yep.
They're making that joke because that armor set and that gun came out as kind of like a gag weapon. Well, the armor set's actually really good, but the gun itself is a gag weapon. But players legit use that as an actual fucking weapon because they want that thing to be good.
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of funny too. Actually, it can be really fucking overpowered when it wants to be because like I've seen players where they'll like there's four of them in a row and they'll all like line up and they'll use like old school like Great Britain tactics where they'll just line up do a firing line and they'll just like lay into enemies with it. Like they
Oh
do
my
shooting
god.
volleys and it actually fucking works. Like all four people will like get into like a line and they'll just like launch fire into them. But no, dude, this looks cool. Like honestly, I know again though with the vehicle though, I'm kind of hoping like they like update the maps a little bit, and make it a little bit bigger because there are some maps that are going to struggle with the vehicle. I do know that for a
Mm-hmm.
fact. Like there will be some maps that the vehicle does struggle, and so I'm kind of curious: is it going to be allowed on all maps, or if it's a smaller map with a vehicle, will the Warthog, or I'm going to call it the Warthog, will the Warthog not be allowed? I'm curious about that one.
Yeah.
But no, that one actually got me excited, and the whole like fucking like the spear things too. That looked cool. I didn't touch on that. Okay,
Yeah.
let's get to Mafia. Have you played any of the Mafia games? I've played a few of
I
them.
have never played Mafia. I'm boring as
Okay,
shit, I
so
know.
Mafia. Well, I mean, to be fair, I don't think you'd enjoy this type of game. This is more of a kind of like it's a bit more graphic than Red Dead, and it's not as kind as Red Dead Redemption, where you could be a good guy. This game, you're a fucking bad guy in most of the Mafia games. You're you're not a good dude by no means. You're a real piece of shit.
Yeah.
But now this is supposed to be. I'm curious how they're gonna do these because these are the older Mafia game, or this is supposed to be like a prequel to the Mafia games themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping this one's actually kind of good. 'Cause, I mean, Mafia games have been really good. The last one was actually really good. Where you were, if I'm not mistaken, the last I think it was Mafia 3. I think you were a Vietnam vet who came back and you came back for revenge on some shit that some people did to your family members, or the mafia did to your family members. So you went a whole one man army on the fucking the mafia, which was kind
Mm.
of cool, and you made your own mafia. This one it may be where you're. I don't know where this is taking place. Is this taking place in like the mafia in Italy? Which I'm thinking this is in Italy, because there was back before over there was a mafia presence, like real heavy in fucking Italy. Mafia presence were very high in Italy. You did not fuck around though back then,
I'm looking
which
at
is
the
kind of.
surrounding and I'm going to say with like a 75 to like 50% accuracy saying that yeah, this is Italian.
I want to point out
Because
too, you would never hold a burning pictures like that. That would burn the fuck out of your hand.
yeah, that's probably like a ritual thing for their gang.
I guess I don't know, but like I said, this looks actually kind of neat.
Yeah, this
'Cause,
we
I mean, the
just
Mafia games, they're rich in story. I mean, if you want to go, like I
mhm.
said, links, if you're interested in go playing the old ones, I recommend it. But like I said, you're not a hero by no means. You're It's like the older. It's like the original GTA games. Remember where you're not a hero in those. You're kind of just doing your own thing. You're not like I'm not saying in the GTA you're
Yeah.
typically a hero, but you're not as kind as the current GTA's are, where your character actually does have some morals. Whereas compared to the older GTA games, your character has no fucking morals whatsoever. And when I say older, I mean GTA 3 to GTA, the other GTA games, where it was more mafia
So
focused.
with this game, I kind of feel like we just don't know enough info. Kind of like we're in the same boat with The Witcher. So I
Yeah,
feel like later on we can talk more about it. But as of
well,
right
when we
now,
see more, yeah. Well, then again, we didn't see really. I don't think I saw gameplay there too much. I think it was just all mostly cutscenes. So
but it seems like a lot of people are looking forward to it with the
yeah, like
24
I said,
to
a lot of people
108.
actually like the Mafia series. Like they were really good games. That they were really good storytelling games. I mean, they were phenomenal.
Hmm.
But now this is a game I'm not too sure on. I kind of feel like this one
I
might be
don't
kind of
like
a little bit
either
of a
of these
cash
two.
grab.
I do not like either of these two combined together because they are greedy motherfuckers.
That's what I'm saying. I think this is probably a cash grab because I think I've heard about this game before. I think this
Mm.
is kind of like remember how Telltale kind of did a whole bunch of games on like different like
Yep.
multiplayer shows and shit like that. And as it went on, they started losing soul. Like this one, you don't see no
Mm.
gameplay. You just see cutscenes and shit like that. Has certain characters in it, obviously, but I I'm not sure about this. I don't know what type of game this is. I don't know what kind of game it is.
I've never seen the show, so I can't say.
From what I'm seeing so far, hey, check your graphic settings real quick. Or your what is your were you in full 4K for that one? Oh, you were. You were at 1080p for that one.
Um,
Is it just me or did that like if that was gameplay, did that look a little bit scuffed there?
well, maybe because I'm streaming it to you.
Could be. I don't know. Like, so you tell me what it looks like to you because, like, to me, the graphics does not look impressive to this at all. If that's gameplay right there, that does not look too great to me. This looks like maybe like something the PS4 would have. This looks like PS4 graphics.
Well, then again, this is also a reveal trailer, so it's probably still like a ton of work to be done too. So
Fair
we uh,
enough.
we just
But like
don't
I said,
know.
it just kind of looked like gameplay thing, didn't it?
Yeah,
Like that did not look like a cutscene. It looked like if that is a cutscene, oof, that did not look great.
I mean, like I just don't know.
No, I don't know. Like I said, I have no idea what type of game. Like, see that that looked old. That looks like something out of a PS4. This on to me. This honestly looks previous. And I saw this trailer a little bit too, and I thought the same thing when I was watching it on my end because like it honestly looks like a PS4 game. Like, and when I say PS4, I don't mean the PS4 Pro. I mean back when the
Okay.
PS4 first came out.
Now I see what you're talking about. Like those fake mobile ads where it shows the
Yeah,
zombies
it
walking.
has that look to it, dude. Does it not?
Dude, look at the guy in the background. Look at the guy like in between them
I
two.
see. Yeah, I see him.
Like I want you to watch that. Look at that.
Yeah, I see.
He
Yeah,
just
no,
did
I
a
saw it.
360 turn like he's
Yeah, I
Michael
saw it
Jackson.
too. That's why
And
I'm like, I don't think they put too much. So I'm kind of hoping this is just like a reveal thing. This isn't
mhm.
actually any gameplay to it at all. Because if this was actually any gameplay to it, or how the cutscenes are actually going to look, this looks rough. This,
Now,
but again, like I said, like me and you were saying earlier, I 100% believe this is a cash grab. I think this is a cash grab game. I think this is one of those where it's just like they're trying to, get chase the success off of the Game of Thrones
wait a
TV
sec.
show.
Wait a sec.
But that does look like
This
a mobile
zombie
app.
is the same as that zombie model. Those two are the
Mhm.
same, and these two are the same.
It looks like they just copied and pasted into certain spots, doesn't
Exactly.
it? Yeah.
See how, see, okay, I want you to look at
Yeah.
this animation first, or just focus on this guy, right? Now, I'm gonna go
Yeah.
back, and I want you to look at this guy over here.
It's the same animation.
And
Yeah, they
then go
are the
look at
same
this one,
entities.
and then look at that one.
his left arm's a little bit different, but it still looks very similar. Yeah, he's running almost the same way, except for one of his arms are a little bit different. Yeah, and
I think this is going to be one of those cash grabs.
it honestly it looks like it, dude. It really
And
does.
look at the like and dislike ratio right here too. 10 to 5K. That's not good.
Well, that's honest. Well, that's also because like people, Game of Thrones is kind of in hot water right now.
Imagine the money you'd make out of an actual good, actual open world RPG that has the like game set in this world instead of a damn mobile game.
Okay, so that's the possibility that thing right there just kind of hinted that it actually might be a mobile game. That's why it looks this way. I think this is actually a mobile game
I mean, hold on.
because it looks like a mobile game advertisement. George R. R. Martin.
It doesn't say it.
No. Also, I think that dislike ratio is probably that high because it wasn't too long ago that George R. R. Martin announced that he is not finishing the books. Like he is not finishing it at all. He's refused to write the final chapter. He's refusing.
That's
So
wild.
a lot of people are pissed off about that. Now, this game I know a decent bit about, and I am very disappointed in the previous one. Okay, so this is the game I was telling you about that beforehand, Outer Worlds. It felt very like this is the same people who made this game also made Fallout New Vegas. And honestly, like I think the game before they made this one, I think what was the other game that they made? There was another game they came out with too. I forget what it was. But if you can go ahead and play it, and I'll just talk. I'm not going to spend long on this topic because I think most people will be in agreement.
Just so you know, we're already 2 hours in.
Oh, I know.
And we're
This is
not.
gonna be long.
We have not made a dent on this. We're like not even 1/4 of the way done
Oh,
with all
dude,
these reviews.
we're gonna have to speed run. Like this one, we'll speed run this one. Like I said, honestly, I don't think this is gonna be too great of a game either. I think this is gonna be like I said, they're riding off of their older titles.
Mm-hmm.
They're riding off of their history of previous games and previous
The
stuff
water
like that.
textures are awful.
Yeah. Obsidian never touched Fallout 3 as far as I'm aware of. They did do New Vegas. But see this again, like it looks cool, but like this actual story and actually like the world looks awesome. The world looks very well done. Like it reminds me of something like from tell me if you get like from the design and like some of the advertisement shit, like if you don't get like a BioShock vibe a little bit off of some of the shit.
Yeah, I was
Like
just
it
about to say
looks
that
somewhat
earlier.
interesting. Like it looks cool, but I'm not kidding when I say this, dude. This game felt very fucking empty. Like the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, you could beat it within like 4 hours if you just like bone rush the main story.
Mm-hmm.
It did not take that long at all to beat this game, and I hope this one, the second one, improves upon a lot of stuff. Like I'm honestly just giving my opinion of what I think from what I'm seeing and what I've experienced from the
Another
previous
game that this is reminding me of, and that's just because of the weapons and how the weapons like are used, is Wolfenstein. Like
little bit,
if
yeah.
I remember in Wolfenstein, I think you can actually do something similar with the grenades.
Kind of, but not really. It is somewhat similar. Like I said, this game, I don't think this game's going to do well because the previous game did not. I mean, it did okay, but like I said, there's still the previous complaints that I had about it, and
Oh
not to
shit!
mention their last title they just made not too long ago too was not that fantastic at all. So Obsidian's in kind of hot water right now. All right, let's get through this one. Yeah, this is the one that
Okay, so here's the
yeah,
like
this
ratio.
is
This is the big one.
yeah.
This is the big
This
one.
is the one that me and we actually might get striked for this one. We
Yep.
actually might get striked because this is Naughty Dog, folks. So if we get taken down, it's because we're talking about this game. And so far I haven't heard that Naughty Dog's pulling their same shit they pull with
Now,
most of us too.
I'm gonna give them the benefit of doubt. I know I shouldn't, but I'm going to give them a benefit of the doubt because this is a reveal
No, I'm
draw.
not because they don't deserve it. I'm not giving them
Yeah.
the benefit of the doubt.
You know what? Yeah,
This-
you're right. I'm just gonna go ahead and dislike it.
No,
I've never.
but
Fuck Neil
okay, the
Druckmann.
reason why we're being so very critical of this one is because of the actions of Naughty Dog lately. Like seriously,
And
those
Neil.
who were actually like, yeah, Neil Druckmann himself, who's a piece of shit. But those who've actually watched how Naughty Dog acted during the release of, um, say what you will, you could have liked Last of Us 2. That's fine. I don't really care if you liked it or not. I don't have a problem if you liked it. If you like it, that's fine. That's okay. Hey, at least you liked it. You're some of the few people who actually did like that game. The problem that I had with it is the fact that the way they conducted the story and how they treated people when they criticized how that story was conducted. Like when people first found out that Joel was killed off, not to mention, no matter what, you cannot deny there was some marketing fraud involved
Oh
with
yeah.
uh with The Last of Us Part 2 because they heavily advertised that Joel they gave you the opinion that like how okay so like if, for those who remember Halo 5 with that marketing they made this whole big thing like it was going to be Master Chief versus Agent Locke from Halo the Halo 5 and whatever like they were going to have this big fight and you were going to have to pick between the two characters which one survives and which one dies. None of that fucking happened at all.
Oh
That
yeah.
was just all big bullshit. None of it, like literally, none of that shit. They had one little fight scene, and it was not that much of an impressive fight scene. I've seen better done by hell. The guys at Red versus Blue did a better fight scene. Several better fight scenes, may I point out. And that's I'm throwing shade at 343 for that because they deserve they should be able to do better. But back on to Naughty Dog though, with The Last of Us Part 2, they showed in the promotional trailer for that game, they kind of like hinted that Joel was going to be part. They even like edited the shit to where they showed that Joel was going to be in the campaign more than he was. Like they didn't even like hint that he was going to die.
Mm-hmm.
Motherfucker gets killed off in like the first hour, and he gets killed off in the dumbest way. I don't care what you say, you can still like this game, but the way that Joel died, if you play the first game, there's no way in hell he would actually die like that because he says he even explains to Ellie the 3 rules that you should never fucking do when you meet people, especially new people. Don't tell them who you are. Don't tell them where your place of residence is. Don't give them any fucking information at all, because it's a dog eat dog world. What does Joel do? He breaks every single one of his fucking rules and gets killed because they recognize him. He tells them his full name. He tells them where his people are located. He tells them all this information about him, and that's what gets him killed. Joel from Last of Us 1 would have never done any of that shit. It was super poorly written from that perspective. And that's my spiel on the whole thing. But still, and the fact that people called them out on that, it's like, hey, this kind of doesn't make sense because Joel wouldn't do this because you literally, in the first game, had a whole sequence where Joel explained to and was trying to teach Ellie not to do this type of thing because, yes, they're still wanting to make the world a little bit better of a place, but it's still an ugly fucking place, so you have to have something to survive. It's a dog eat fucking dog world after all. There are bandits who will come in and is like, hey, this is a nice settlement you got here. I got some other people who would mind to come here. Some other people that was looking for a home. Do you think you could house more people? Sure. Here's our location right here where we're at. Comes in and raids the whole fucking thing, kills a bunch of people, takes their for slaves or whatever, and runs off. It's like that when that type of shit happens, and like even the fucking military, you couldn't even trust the military in the original game either, because they would gun your like if you just even walked up to a military soldier, 9 times out of 10 he's gonna gun your ass down because you're seeing the
They
civilians were seen as
killed
hostile.
Joel's kid. The straight
Yeah.
up first 30 minutes of the game, they killed
So
Joel's kid.
why would he tell a complete group of strangers who he is, where they're settling at, and tell them all this information about him? It makes no fucking sense. I'm sorry, it's terrible writing. And when they got called out on that, they acted horrendously
Horrendous.
to other people. Like seriously, there were people who were just talking about the game, not showing any footage, not doing anything. It's legit just a black screen. People tested this shit. Black screen. I think just some guy did this shit. Just talked about the game with a black screen. Got his channel fucking taken down because of it. And he threatened to sue, and then all of a sudden his channel came back. Because you can that goes against First Amendment rights for over here in America at least. You cannot silence someone for just talking about someone. Now, they possibly can strike your thing because sure enough they were showing products of the game, but if the fucking media can do it, why can't we do it either? They don't
Mm-hmm.
pay a fee for that shit. So anyway, I'm done with my little rant. Let's get
Yeah,
through this
and
because
plus,
we're already at the 2 hour line.
plus this is public. Like this is public
It's public
thing.
knowledge.
Yeah, and we're
Yeah,
stopping the video every now and then to talk about things.
yeah, and I could get music, like say for example, if they're playing like "Fortunate Son" in the background of the game or whatever, or like you know some you know Guns N' Roses song. I get
Mm-hmm.
it. That I understand because that is copyrighted
Like with this,
material.
we have to mute it because they are talking about like, or they are playing like completely different music in the background, like
Yeah,
copyrighted
like
music.
we don't know if it's copyright free music. Yeah,
Yeah, and then on top of
but
that, I think they're playing Evangelion on the TV.
they
Is it?
might be. I don't know.
I think it
But like I
was
said,
Evangelion. I'm gonna
not
skip.
Naughty Dog is notorious for striking shit.
Yeah, look at this. This looks like Evangelion, don't it?
No, that's not it. That's just some generic anime thing. That's not. Mm-mm.
No, I think this
No,
is like a
Evangelion's a
popular.
little bit more darker, and it looks more like that's the giant robot. That's there's a music video for that.
The
But
moment I
again,
saw this, I immediately knew this game was gonna be shit.
yeah, this
This
gives
is
Ellie vibes.
yeah, this is not Ellie vibes,
Not
but
Ellie,
Abby.
Abby. Yeah, this character definitely gives off Abby vibes. And say what you will about Abby as a character, some people like her. That's fine. You're 100%. You're 100%. You're allowed to like her. I'm not telling you can't like the
Yeah,
character.
this
But the
looks more
reason
like
why
a
I disliked the
self-insert.
character was because of how hard they try to push you to like that character and put that character as like a good figure when
Hmm.
she was not a good figure at all. To be fair, you're in post-apocalyptic thing. No one's going to be a good character, especially with Ellie. But this character right here, she screams everything
Self-insert.
that not everything, but like she just screams, the problems that the gaming industry has.
This
Where it's just
screams self-insert and bad
yeah,
self-insert to where you can't criticize me because I am a woman or I am this like race of person, and that's
it
absolutely
screams
nonsense.
DEI. It
Hmm.
screams DEI all over it, yeah. And I'm not saying like, look, I mean, there's older games where we'll praise, and it's not just because we're saying this just because she's a woman, or just because whatever. No, I mean, hell, we'll legit spend 30 minutes praising like fucking Samus Aran is probably one of the it still should be in my opinion. I
Hmm.
believe she should be. I don't know who should be a more famous video game character. Should be Princess Peach, uh, Princess Zelda, or Samus Aran.
Dude,
Honestly, I think
Zelda's a badass, man. Zelda and
I know, but
Ocarina of Time, she was chic.
Samus Aran, she should be up there only because like she
Hmm.
and you can
Lara
also point out
Croft.
the Lara Croft, yeah,
Hmm. I
which they butcher
mean,
that character too.
yeah, like shit, man. We don't care about a gender in video games. We just want to play good video
Good
games. Is that
story, good
hard?
character writing. Yeah, she screams what's
Hmm.
been going on. Her character design just screams. And again, we could be 100% fucking wrong. I hope to
Hmm.
God that we are wrong. I really do. I hope that we're 100% wrong when we say this shit. I hope
Yep.
this is actually a phenomenal game and we're all just fucking we're full of our shit. We're full of shit.
Hmm.
But the way it looks, the way
And
it's designed. I mean, granted, like Ripley from Alien, she was not a sexy character by no means, but she still was a badass. She was
hmm.
still awesome. I mean, compared to some other characters from back in her day, she was not, she didn't have, she didn't look like what's her fucking, like Laura Croft with her tits just fucking hanging out constantly.
Yeah.
No, I mean, same with Sarah Connor. She just
Sarah
looked like a
Connor.
typical 80s girl. I don't know,
Hmm.
Sarah Connor from the Terminator series.
Yeah.
But like I said, this one just screams like she even like has the appearance in her. She carries herself like an entitled asshole.
Yeah. Like,
Like for
hey,
example, the chick
like,
from Star Wars Outlaws.
hmm.
That character was an obnoxious fucking asshole of a character. I'm sorry, but she was. Like
So
I could every time she talked, I could not fucking stand it.
it's crazy because this lady on the monitor straight up tells her not to go to this planet because a lot of everyone that has ever gone to this planet has immediately died. They don't come back. So and perfect
First thing
frame
she
by
goes
the
and
way.
does.
Perfect frame
Yeah,
by the way of
yeah.
me trying to
Again, peak character
fucking
design.
think of something great about this game or this
Well, not
trailer.
just that. I guess what they're trying to go for like the '80s style and all the other shit, like space age shit or whatever. But like,
Yeah.
Didn't they add some like really cool armor, just like really cool? Why does she just look like she walked straight out of an '80s magazine?
Yeah, why does she look like something right out of a Back to the Future film? At least this character looks interesting, you know?
Yeah, well, she reminds me of what's his name? That Snake from what was that movie called?
Snape from Metal
Not
Gear,
Snake from Metal Gear. No.
Weaver.
There's another movie where it's like a character named Snake. He's going through the ruins of Las Vegas or some shit like that. I forget what it's called. Anyway, back to this. Yeah, this just does not look like I said, this is another game. And of course, there's Sony's fucking
But I will give
brand name on
it.
that
Okay,
too.
this is the only good thing about the trailer.
Somewhat
Pet
cool.
Shop. I like Pet Shop.
I don't know.
That's the only good thing. That's the only good thing. Just Pet Shop.
Also, I'm kind of not like a big fan of the ship design either. I think the ship design's kind of, it don't make no sense for how big it is. Like that ship, the inside's way too big for how ship that actually is. Like that ship
Maybe
looks
it's
way too
bigger
like you know what
than
I
it
mean? Like it
looks.
looks too slim for how big it is on the inside.
Yep. Also, how fucking dare
Also, hang on,
you?
go back to that too. No, go back to that too. Did you notice they didn't put Last of Us 2? They just said Last of Us.
Yep.
Yeah, they put a Porsche thing on there too. Yeah, I saw that as well.
Hold on.
Which I'm kind of curious how they're getting away with that. They
Bro,
must
what
have
is even this
deal with.
face?
God. Go to the titles of which Naughty Dog pulled up. I want to see the title of the game because I didn't catch that first one.
Yeah, Crash
What was that
Bandicoot.
first one?
How from the studio that
Video that brought
brought you
you Crash
how dare
Bandicoot.
you put shit like this? This game is gonna be dog shit, and you put
I think
this
they're talking
great
about previous titles when they bring up Crash
Jack
Bandicoot,
and
Jack and Daxter.
Daxter,
Never
Uncharted,
mind. Yeah,
and
keep
you're
playing.
right, just The Last of Us because
Yeah,
they
it's just
don't want to
Last of Us.
mention it.
They don't talk about no, they don't. But to be fair, they don't talk about the other Last of Us games either, near the Crash Bandicoot. They're just talking about the brand.
Hmm.
The Last of Us thing, I would not be bragging about that because again, so far, and it's been kind of definitely one sided with gamers, where most gamers will agree that again that sword also looks super lame too.
Also, can I also ask why the fuck are you gonna put a game or a fucking like normal enemy, this General Grievous knockoff looking bitch? Like,
He
what
ain't even
even
General
is
Grievous knockoff.
this? Is some that looks AI like
It does.
generated. Like, I'm sorry, but that looks AI generated. And also, isn't me, but look at the animation of her pulling out the sword, right? And her running with it. That looks like Star Wars, like the Star Wars Jedi
The
Survivor.
Survivor, yeah, it looks like they're using the same engine, kind of.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
looks like they're copying from them.
Which honestly, using that weapon like that, I would not want to do that because I'd be afraid to damage the actual weapon itself. Honestly, like I said, I don't think I think what they're trying to do with this game is it's supposed to be like a love like a like a love project to the like
Love
80s
letter.
style. Yeah, like a love letter. Yeah, there you go. Thank you.
If it was
A
a
love
love
letter to like
letter,
80s style sci-fi movies, but to me it just comes across like more I honestly I got a feeling it's going to do just like Star Wars Outlaws did. I honestly think it's going to do just the same as Star Wars Outlaws did
the
because the character looks
Heretic
the same.
Prophet, bro. That name sets off a red flag for me. Like, this is gonna be like a main antagonist, white male. Like, it's gonna be bad. This title sucks.
Uh,
Intergalactic, the
I,
Heretic Prophet. This
I don't
title
know
is
about
gonna
all
be
that, but
awful.
like I said, I do not think that this game's going to do well because Naughty Dog has the reputation right now of EA, but they don't have the backing of fucking EA, so they don't have the ability to get away with a shit like EA does. So, and it's
Now,
proven in like to dislike ratio too.
yep.
Now,
Eh,
this game, I don't actually know too much about this game.
So
This one
this
actually looks
game kind
kinda
of
interesting.
speaks. What was that? Uh,
Yeah, go ahead and play it. We'll just because like I said,
what
we're
was the
gonna
name of
speak
that samurai
Go
game? Ghost of
Ghost of Tsushima.
Tsushima. This speaks Ghost
Mhm.
of Tsushima. And when I first saw this, I was thinking Tekken because the inside.
Yeah,
Like,
a little bit Tekken vibes. Yeah,
yeah,
I can
that
see
looks
it.
like Tekken. This
It does a little
legit
bit.
looks like Tekken.
Well,
Like,
the atmosphere it's giving off is like a Tekken-like atmosphere, yeah, but I don't think it's gonna be
yeah, the
I think it's played by Titan Tekken, like, fighting
Hahachi
style game. Yeah.
type vibe,
I think this is gonna be something similar to that of,
but
Ghost of Tsushima or like, what was it? Sekiro?
mhm.
Sekiro, game. I think it's gonna be something similar to that. Which honestly, this one looks kinda interesting. I think this one's gonna be pretty
Well, it
fun.
is made by Capcom, so it's like
Yeah.
I'll give them the
But I mean,
benefit of the
Capcom
doubt.
has Capcom's had their stinkers too, but like I said, we'll see because we still don't know 100% know about this game.
Mhm.
Oh, that enemy design kinda looks really cool. I like that enemy design.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I take it back. Yeah, this reminds me straight up of, Sekiro.
I guess this is like their take on it.
Possibly. Yeah, that looks like Sekiro to me.
I don't know. Let me
I think this is gonna
Dark
be like a
Fantasy
Souls
Sword
game.
Fighting Series.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be a Souls-like game, which honestly,
Oh,
hey, that's cool.
this is only going to be released on PS5, Xbox Series X, and PC. So this isn't last gen. This is new gen,
It's new gen, yeah, which is fine.
and
I
this
mean, the
is
PS4 is really
2026.
old,
So
and you know, that looks like it's gonna be a good one. Let's see, oh, that Dying Light game, this one, I think this one's gonna do pretty well too. I don't know,
yeah,
I
I mean,
like the look of this
like and
game.
dislike ratio tells
Oh, no,
me a
people
lot
love
too.
Dying Light. People love the Dying Light games.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
not gonna lie, like, I'm just not a big fan of it too much because like, it's a zombie game, and it's just I like shooting zombies, I just don't like beating the shit out of them. But I
This
guarantee
game
this
looks
this probably
scary,
fun.
dude. I'm not even gonna lie. This game is probably one of those games that will scare the shit out of me.
Well, actually, there's a lot of parkour to the Dying Light games too. It's like a
Mm-hmm.
parkour zombie, beat 'em up style thing. No, not really beat 'em up, but, like, you're mostly using melee weapons.
Mm-hmm.
But they did have some pretty cool, like, I don't know, the zombies in this game, I'm pretty sure they're pretty fucking deadly. I think there's a reason why you don't use
Yeah.
guns in this world because, like, guns are pretty much pointless. I mean, yeah, they're powerful, but, like, you'll just draw more zombies to you, and they'll absolutely fucking destroy you.
Yeah, look
So
at
you're
this
kinda like
environment, dude. This looks great.
oh, I know, like, it does look gorgeous. Well, the last Dying Light games, they looked fucking gorgeous.
Also,
They were
this is
great
how you
games.
do water textures, people. This is how you do it. Where it's
Yeah.
moving downstream instead of being just sitting there.
Well, it
Like,
depends on the type of water, because that looks like a river. I mean, there are
mm-hmm.
bits of water that does stand still, but, like, yeah, the Outer Worlds water did not look too great. I mean, it didn't look great in the previous game either.
But this looks like amazing.
Oh, wow, it looks like there's
This
actually some
shit
more paint.
would probably scare me. This is like
Oh, out in
Slender
dark
of
forest
the
like that?
Seven Pages
Yeah.
type feel. Whenever I see this, I think of Slender.
Oh, don't
Or
speak to my sister. She's gonna want you to
or
get play fucking the forest. The
or
forest is terrifying as well.
one game that scared me like really bad was this one level from this FNAF fan game called Joy of Creation. That game scares me, man. There's only one game or one thing that scares me in a video game, and if you hear fucking loud ass stomping footsteps rapidly approaching you. That shit
Uh,
scares me. Like
I don't know,
whenever
it does look like you're going to a horror direction with this one, doesn't it?
oh, dude, that shit scares me. Like, look at this, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, here's the parkour
They still
segments.
have the
This
parkour. Yeah, that's awesome. They still have the parkour. That's cool. Yeah,
fucking
'cause
drop kick,
yeah, you
man.
can drop kick people, dude. You can do that in the previous games. You can just run up and drop kick fucking zombies.
So at least they brought it back.
Like, "Yeah!" It's
Fucking
like, "Yeah,
yeet,
bitch." If I'm
like
not mistaken,
rocket.
I think they're co-op too, I think.
I don't know.
So, 'cause I'm not sure, 'cause, like, I think there is a good reason why you don't, because I know the previous games, you just didn't pick up too many melee weapons.
Oh, here's the
Not melee,
one
but, like,
that
ranged.
you were excited for. This
What is
is
this? Oh!
Tor.
Oh! Oh, dude, okay. Turok. Fuck yeah. Alright, play it.
So,
Oh,
all right, I'm gonna
okay.
keep my
I'm
mouth shut.
excited about this. I'm excited about this, but I'm also extremely fucking worried. I'm excited, but I'm concerned. Only because of how the gaming industry is done. Plus, not to mention, there's some bits to this that I actually don't like, but I'm still excited it's a Turok game. Like, oh, it's so cool though. Like the dinosaurs actually look good. I mean, yeah, granted they're not the dinosaurs from the original one, but like I honestly don't care too much about that. I'm just happy that we're getting another Turok game. Like, dude, these I like okay, that the suits thing, I'm not too big of a fan of the suits, actually. Now
So,
that I'm giving it another look. And okay, this is another thing too, another complaint I have a little bit. I'm complaining because like again, I love Turok. Turok is awesome. Turok originally was like supposed to be like a Doom clone almost, where it was like aliens, you know, spirit. I think it was like dinosaurs and all that shit. But like, if you'll go back a little bit, where it looks like he used like vines to pick up one of the dinos and then slam it back down.
yeah, that's Groot. I am
I,
Groot.
I don't know. I kind of like the original was a first person shooter. This looks like a third person shooter. I don't know. I'm excited about this, but I'm also kind of concerned because this does not look like a typical. This looks like a complete redesign of what Turok is, and I'm still kind of hoping they stick to the originals because, like, Doom 2016 did phenomenal.
Hmm.
I don't know why they wouldn't go down that same route with Turok because it would work. So I'm kind of hoping they still go through that Doom 2016 route with Turok because I do think that would work well. But this one, I don't know. Okay, here's what it reminds me of. Pause real quick.
Hmm.
Do you know what Warframe is? It reminds me of Warframe. I
Yeah.
hope they don't go down too close to Warframe because Warframe's it's kind of like its own little entity, and
Hmm.
that's fine. But Turok has its own soul to it, and it's similar to a Doom like clone. I hope they stay with that. But with what I just saw, it doesn't like it. But I don't care. We're still getting a Turok game. I really, really hope they don't fuck this one up because this is one I'm gonna be super disappointed if they fuck this up. Oh, please don't fuck Turok up.
Now this one, I think it's just oh no, oh no, we already have a problem. We already
Ah.
have a problem, and you already know what I'm about to say.
Hang on, keep playing real quick because I don't remember what this is. Keep playing. What type of game is this?
This is
Is
Split
this that battle
Fiction.
royale? Oh, actually, you know what?
No,
Okay, I this might do somewhat well here. Keep playing. Like,
it's
hang on.
EA, dude. It's
I
EA. I
know,
don't
I
even
know.
want to hear it.
Hear me out on this though. Like, keep playing it though. Hang on, just keep playing though a little bit. I'm wondering about this one because the only reason why I'm thinking this is going to might possibly do somewhat similar is because this kind of looks like a puzzle game, somewhat.
It
Yeah. Okay.
takes.
So these are from the guys who made Take Two. I like people like Take Two, so I think this game may actually do somewhat decently. Now, it's not going to do fantastic because, like I said, it is a co like this is co-op
Mhm.
required. Like you cannot play solo; you have to play this with somebody else. So, same with Take Two. Take Two was the same way. Like you have to play with another person. So I'm kind of hoping this actually does pretty decent because these type of games they are kind of cool. Where it's like, you have to have like a what was that other game? Is it Chained Together? Is that it?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, because like those games have been like blowing up recently, and I see the problems that you're wanting to talk about and what you think is wrong
This
with
is
it. I see
EA.
it. But at the
They do not have a good
I
representation
know,
or a good like
no, they
track
don't.
record.
But if this is the studio that's behind It Takes Two, because It Takes Two was actually a really good game. So if it's behind them, I'm willing to give them a bit of a pass and let's just see what happens. Because I don't think you don't know what Take Two is, do you? It Takes
That
Two.
is the great Deku. You cannot tell me otherwise.
It does look like Take Two.
Dude,
But It Takes
it
Two
has
was
the
like
big nose and the mustache. All right, that is the Great Deku, and you have to enter it through the front.
to his mouth. Yeah, that could be a Legend of Zelda reference. Like I said, I don't know. We'll see. Okay, you got to admit though that scene right there kind of looked cool.
Yeah,
The racing scene. Like, see, it looks like multiple different like types of puzzle games all combined into one, and that could be interesting. Like, see, it's a side scroller, it's a third person view, like that type of view.
Donkey Kong Country.
Yeah, like it looks like it combines like a bunch of different things into one.
Crypto Zoo.
So like, yeah, we'll see. Like I said, this I don't know. We'll have to see, dude. Oh, so it changes perspective too. Like it, not all areas are the same because they were in one world. One person was a third person view. The other person was in like a two like a side scrolling. Like I don't know. I think this is going to be interesting. I'm kind of curious how this. Okay, what is that? What was that? That looked like what was it? What it was kind of like a pinball like platformer game similar to that. What was that one? It's like the monkey ball thing or something
Super
like
Monkey
that.
Ball, yeah.
Yeah, Super Monkey Ball. That's what that little bit looked like. What the fuck was that? A pig that had
Uh,
springs on it?
And a hot dog. What is this?
Okay, again, like I said, I think this game's gonna be have something to, at least just to give it a try, just to see.
Yeah.
I see what you're wanting to talk about with that. It does look like it could be like a DEI thing, but I don't know,
Bro, what
the
is that
mechanics
model?
look
What is that
way
model?
too.
You can't tell me
Yeah,
that looks good.
that
That
model
looks
didn't
like
look too great.
ass. That
A
looks
little
like
bit,
ass.
but oh, there's a person on his axe. What the hell? But I don't know. I think the mechanics alone will get people to buy this game because of how interesting it looks. The story may be completely shit, but I think the game mechanics itself looks somewhat interesting. Because you got to admit, going from that many different perspectives of a puzzle game, that's pretty fucking interesting.
See, now we're
That's got
getting
my
into the good
attention.
shit.
Okay, yeah, dude. When's the last time they came out with a Ninja Gaiden game?
Oh, years.
Mm-hmm. But and this one's like a classic like style game too. This is like full on arcade. This
Yep.
one's gonna be pretty interesting to watch.
KT has a decent track record.
Mm-hmm.
And it's animated, so it's even better.
It looks super cool.
This looks just like Castlevania in a way. Like
Not the
imagine if they had a Ninja Gaiden animated show in this style.
please let the East do it, or I mean, yeah, please let Japan do it, and don't let the
Hmm.
way over here. Don't let us do it. But no, no, this looks cool as hell though. Rage Bound. Oh, this looks awesome. I'm loving that arcade games like this are coming back too. I know the original Ninja Gaiden was not an arcade game, but like the fact that it's in the style of an arcade game,
Hmm.
like, oh, dude, I'm so happy these style of games are like this right here. These
Yep.
types of games are coming back. I'm so happy about that because I like this. I mean, to be fair, these style of games they are literally gaming games history.
Hmm.
Like, if it wasn't for these type of games, the gaming industry would not be where it's at today.
Oh yeah.
So I'm happy that these style of games are actually staying alive. I think they should stay alive because again, they just show how far we've come. And each time they make a new game that's similar to this, it's always even more impressive than the last. Like, remember Shovel Knight?
Hmm.
Most people didn't even like those style of games, but when Shovel Knight came out, it got a bunch of people to play Shovel Knight because it was just a cool little game.
Oh yeah, dude. Fucking like, and not only that, it's crossovers. You had different
Hmm.
crossovers based on the console. Like for PlayStation, they had Kratos from God of War,
Yeah,
and then on Xbox, they had the fucking Battletoads. Like, excuse me?
yeah. So that's why I think Ninja Gaiden's going to kind of do the. Oh, excuse me, folks. But I think Ninja Gaiden's going to do the same thing that Shovel Knight did way back in the day. I think it's going to like have a blow up for those type of games, the platformer. Or the action platformer. But this one, Project Robot. I don't remember this one. I think I may have watched about it and pay attention to it too much. Let's see what this one is. Oh, this is okay. So I only saw like a little bit of this one, but this is okay. I knew I had a good instinct when I saw that it has a little bit of a
Yeah, this kind of reminds me of
Shadow of the
like
Colossus vibe.
Shadow of
Yeah,
the
like look at this. Tell me if this
Colossus.
is more like Shadow of Colossus. So I'm curious. Are you going to be controlling these like giant robots?
Titanfall or something like that.
No, this straight up looks like Titans of the Colossus, dude. Like, hang on, like when it shows the actual robot itself, like the big robot, tell me that does not look like something out of Shadow of Colossus.
True.
I feel like yeah, the head did just split off from there. That's so weird. Huh. Oh, what the hell? Yeah, I have no idea what this game is going to be, but if it's anything like Shadow of the Colossus, then it should be a decent one. Because Shadow of the Colossus was really good. So was the remake. The remake wasn't bad. And if it's behind the same studio, that should also be very interesting as well.
Mm-hmm.
Which, as you saw in that one, we didn't get too much of a,
Yeah, it's.
too much of anything from that. There's like really nothing
Mm-hmm.
to know from that. Like I have no idea what that was that just destroyed that giant ass robot. I have no idea why its head just fucking rocketed off. I have no idea, but I know from the clothing that the character wore, that looked an awful lot like the original character. Which I know, if I'm not
Mm-hmm.
mistaken, I think in the original Shadow Colossus, I think that character dies. Like, you're the character you play as in the original Shadow Colossus. I'm pretty sure you die at the end of the game because
Yeah.
you're tricked. Like, killing those Colossus was actually a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
The better ending is to not kill them, but of course you do, and you fall under a demon's trap or something like that. It's been a while, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That it just looked like the same type of character. But Cat Lee, yeah, that's the next one that's up. I honestly don't know what to think about this game.
I'm.
You know, it'll probably do good.
This looks like a Meow Mix commercial.
I don't know. It kind of gives me like a Nintendo dogs vibes or like the pet games or whatever.
Nintendogs. Dude,
Yeah,
I was looking at
uh,
this, I was like, bro, this is a Meow Mix commercial.
it does look like one to be fair, but I think this is gonna be like a one of those like pet sims or whatever, which it'll probably do okay.
Hold on, let me read the description.
Let's see. Oh,
Interactive
it's an
open
open
world adventure
adventure.
game starring beautiful and hyper realistic cats.
Huh.
Will be available on Steam, Switch, and Apple Watch.
Okay, so this is gonna be a mobile game.
Like, it is a love letter to cats made for cat lovers and by cat lovers.
Oh, okay.
Every encounter celebrate cat mannerisms that show cat playfulness, grace, coziness, and of course mischief. And what did you just?
Nah, I didn't send that. That was one of your buddies. I'll say we'll check it out later. Go back to the thing.
Oop. Oh, let me go
Okay,
back.
yeah. Like I said, that just kind of looks like a pet style game. Oh,
Yeah,
so okay, so they're like wearing like a VR headset like thing. Yeah, so this is okay. So this is it's gonna be like a mobile game thing.
yeah.
Okay.
But one thing I will say about this, it does kind of look like AI.
Well, I mean, let's face
I
it.
mean, like, look at
Like
this.
AI is going to become more of a bigger picture in game designs from now on, and it's just there's no avoiding it. It's just going to happen.
Yeah, this shit looks like
I mean,
AI in a
it
way.
does, but I
That's it.
mean, what can you do?
Yeah. Now,
Crimson
Crimson
Desert.
Desert.
Okay, this game looked interesting because if I'm not mistaken, there was a scene in one of these games where like you were actually like it looked like kind of like gameplay. Damn, that guy got fucked up in the stomach. But like it looked like that you were actually controlling a dragon and burning like a Skyrim like dragon and actually burning shit to the ground with it.
I've
So
seen
this
people
kind of looks like
compare
a
this
Souls
to
game.
like Dark Souls in a few ways.
Dude, there's a lot of Souls games coming out, which I mean, to be fair, I think Dark Souls games are actually really good. Well, the combat system's good. I mean, hell, you could build like a very linear story with Dark Souls combat and it still be a good game. And there's nothing wrong with that. But like I said, I don't know what this is. Oh, that's cool. That's a cool looking golem. This actually, I don't know. I might actually try this one. This kind of give me like Zelda vibes too, a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Bro, look
Now I'm
at it.
curious if you can create your own character
This
or you just
these
play as a
bosses
certain
look
character.
like fucking insane. Oh yeah, you can ride
Yeah, see, look, this
dragons.
one I was talking about like the dragon. Like, watch him. He burns this whole like outpost. That is cool.
Yeah, this is like Tears of the Kingdom X Skyrim X fucking Dark Souls.
Yeah, like tell me how many games you get where you've been able to play like where you're actually on the back of a dragon and you're able to like to do fire breath. The only one I can think of is Ark.
Mm-hmm.
Ark Survival Evolved. So this actually looks pretty cool. Now, but I'm curious. Like I I don't know if that's like where you can do some shit or whatever.
Hmm.
This game, I know me and you were super excited about this.
Dude, I've never played it, but it was just revealed like a few hours ago today that
Mhm.
they are bundling Okami HD with another
Really?
game and porting it on or putting it on sale tonight.
Oh, that's
So I
cool.
may
I'm
actually get it.
Yeah, hey, go. I mean, seriously though, go play through the original comic game because it is
Hmm.
super good. I made myself. I never played it, but as a kid, I watched Chuck Conroy play through it, and dude, I enjoyed that playthrough.
That's a name
It
you
was a
haven't heard in
really,
years. Chugga Conroy.
yeah. But no, dude, these games are actually really good. Like, I'm excited they're bringing this back. I was kind of hoping they'd make another one. Honestly, it's one I forgot about too. But the Okami games are actually really cool. I remember reading about Okami in like remember Game Informer? I remember reading
Yep.
about that in the Game Informer magazines. Yeah, no, that one that's gonna be a seller. That's gonna be a real good one. That
Hmm.
might be even like
This is a big one right here. Hideki coming back. That's huge.
yeah, I know that is pretty big. I wish there was a way to turn that off. But there's no way you can. The you know, the
You
where
used
it's
to, but now
yeah, they took that off. Yeah, I know. You can't do it no more.
I'm gonna skip this one because this is a character reveal thing, and
Yeah, which we're not
I
gonna
think the
I mean
only thing I'm going to say on it is the fact that I kind of saw it coming because they did do
I
something similar to it with the last
no.
Tekken game and the Final Fantasy, so I wouldn't hold it past them.
Total heresy from my end, but like I've never really cared too much for the Tekken games. I've never played them. Didn't really give two shits about them. So
Berserker, that is like a classic.
first Berserker, I've never heard of this. Don't know what this is. It kind of looks cool. Character looks awesome. I don't know if I'd be that shirtless in fucking Blizzard though.
Hmm. I mean, it looks decent for a cinematic release trailer.
Yeah, I don't know what type of game this is gonna be.
Yeah, it's one of those hack
Find
and
out.
slash games.
Kind of gives me like an old Conan the Barbarian vibe with how long his hair is right there. All of a sudden now it's magically in a ponytail.
Magic.
Oh. Okay, so he's wielding a sword and an axe. Okay, yeah, that's kind of cool. Whenever you saw that combo.
And his blade is kind of like giving me Kratos vibes too.
Well, like I said, it's like old school, like Conan the Barbarian
Hmm.
style. Yeah, this looks like Conan the Barbarian, dude. Huh. Oh, I don't have the axe anymore. Okay, that's kind of cool.
Oh, watch him get fucked up in this. He about to get like super fucked up.
I don't think. I think he'll take it. Is that a shield that it's using? Like, what is that in his other hand?
It's like I guess like an arm shield or arm thing. I forget what it's
Or
called.
it's like a. I don't know what that is, but like I can't tell if it's like a shield or if it's like something for, like, battering. Okay, oh, fuck, he's taking a good bit of damage.
But that looks sick.
Yeah. Holy fuck, that dude could take some damage. Damn. Okay, this
This
looks
may be
kinda
a
cool.
decent game.
Yeah, this actually might be something pretty damn cool. I hope this is like a new hack and slash game because this actually looks kinda fun.
Like
This
this game, I don't even know what the fuck I'm looking at. Like what am I looking at?
just looks like an indie title to me.
Yeah,
I've never cared for these style of games. It looks, eh.
generic.
I don't wanna say generic, it just looks like something that you'd pay probably, like, you may drop $20 on for, like, an indie title game if you like this. From the Wolf Among Us, The Walking Dead. Oh,
So this is the one thing that's kind of like
okay. See, that
maybe
says
saving
Tales
it.
from the Borderlands. No, because the last bit of Tales from the Borderlands was not great at
The
all.
Wolf Among Us was not bad. A lot of people don't
No,
like it,
but
but
I don't think the people who worked on, like, okay, for example, pause. This is what I want to point out when these companies try to claim this, like you saw earlier, where it says from
mm,
The Walking Dead, The Wolf Among Us, and Tales from the Borderlands. The studio may have done that, but I don't think the same people who worked on those games are currently there now.
oh,
It's like
probably not.
it's like trying to claim that a studio that worked on Halo 3 back in the day is now currently working on, you know, let's just say some other new game. Like Bungie's making another new game, but everybody knows that the people who made Halo 3 back in the day, they are no longer with Bungie. So that's why they don't even try to like use the hey, we're the studio behind Bungie. I mean behind hey the Halo franchise. They don't even do that no more because they're not even the same fucking people. So I don't know. This may be a decent. I don't know. It could be a good story game. It could be very good because, like you said, The Wolf of Among Us was good. So I could be 100% talking out of my ass. And this looks like you're going to be some kind of like a 911 operator for superheroes. Like you determine which hero gets to be deployed or whatever,
Yeah,
and there's conflicts on
depending
that
on the
shit or whatever.
situation, yeah.
You determine which hero is best suited
Hmm.
for that situation. Which honestly, that's actually sounds like a pretty cool concept for a game. Like you determine, hey, is this hostage negotiation a good idea for this type of hero who is more typically better at like someone like Superman who's like could take a bunch of punishing hits, and you just throw him at like something that's meant to take someone with brains. Not saying that Superman's stupid, but
Hmm.
you know, it's like where you want to throw someone, and then there's that bit right there.
Yeah. That's
Okay,
another thing that makes me nervous.
yeah, that little bit right there at the end there. I don't know. We'll see. This could be a decent game, or it could be not. It could be pretty terrible. Because, like I said, The Wolf of Among Us was pretty good.
I mean,
Oh, good
Aaron
God. I'm
Paul
on
is in it
YouTube. You
too.
Jacksepticeye was in it too.
Wait, really? Oh, I didn't
Yeah,
even
look.
see that.
Yeah, there he
And
is right
Moist,
there.
Moist Critical. Oh my fucking god, not this man.
Yeah, he is in there. See
You
that
just
again. That again. That just has me like second guessing this now.
fucking Joel
Uh,
Haver, bro, not this man.
yeah,
I
just
think
keep playing.
more. Just imagine you're minding your own business, trying to send out heroes, and then fucking Moist Critical pops up on the screen. Anyway, y'all, I just wanted to talk about this that really weird situation today, but I guess I'll see you later, guys. See ya.
The villain who was just interested in stealing Twinkies for some fucking reason.
Like you had so much you had this like really cool superpower, and you used it in the dumbest way possible.
Yeah, it's like, why'd you send me to this type of mission when I'm clearly better, more suited for these types of missions? Whatever. I don't know. It could. We'll see how it
Yeah,
goes.
or he goes up
It,
against a
it,
guy who he's
granted,
like,
it has an interesting premise. It really does. It has, you're supposed to choose whether or not you meth puppy voice. What the fuck?
I don't know, man. I don't know. It shows mixed signals. I don't know.
I wanted to talk good about this because, like, the concept in general is actually kind of interesting, but at the same time, it just keeps hitting me with this stupid shit right here, where I'm like, yeah, no, never mind. I can say this much: I'm not gonna play it. I'll just look at whoever else plays and see what it is. Probably won't even do that.
I have
What is
no
this?
idea.
Slay? What is
The
this? Slay
Spire.
the Spire 2? Never heard of this game. I think we're getting into the indie games now.
Yeah, this is definitely indie game.
Oh yeah,
I think this
we
is
could.
mobile,
Yeah, we could start skipping the mobile games if we really want to, because
but is it mobile?
it looks mobile.
Yeah, like
Oh, that's Steel Hunters. Click that one next. We'll watch that one next because that's no, we're not 100% in the mobile games yet, but because
yeah,
I see some
this
I see some potentials here shortly we could talk about. Well, I mean, we'll talk about the ones that are going to hold interest. To be fair, because like there's some of these that are not going to hold too much interest.
Yeah. This one reminds me of
Okay,
Titanfall.
this is yeah, this is a game that may actually do pretty decently. Ooh, it's by Wargaming. We shall see. But if I'm not mistaken, Wargaming is the same. I think
I mean, they
Wargaming
got a
does.
closed beta, so who knows? We may hear
I hope this
stuff
is
from
a
the
mobile
closed
game. I
beta.
kind of hope this is I hope this is a console game because like, dude, we are really in need of make more. This is like, see, this is one I kind of want to bring up. Like, we need more mech genre games. Like, okay, yeah, this definitely looks like it's gonna be a console game, but because that little bit looked like gameplay there a little bit. But
Hmm.
like, dude, we really need some more like mech style games, like mech shooters and shit like that. Now, like, granted, now this type of game is not kind of typically one I would want to play. I more like the BattleTech where it's like you're a more
Hmm.
heavier like, and there's another game too that's like more of a Eastern style, or not Eastern, but like a Japanese style mech game, which is Armored Core. Like, there's another game that we'll see here shortly that's
Just like it.
it looks a lot more, yeah, like Armored Core, but it's not Armored Core. It's like a multiplayer version of like a heavily multiplayer version of Armored Core. But like the actual like you're pretty much a tank with fucking legs type of mech. I miss those type of games. You don't have too many of them, and I wish we'd get more like that. Like, see how that the four-legged mech, how it walks around, it feels like
Hmm.
a tank with legs. Like, I wish we had more games similar to that.
Yeah, it's not just
But, I mean,
one like modeled mech. It's like multiple
no,
different
there's
types of mechs
multiple.
with multiple different types of abilities.
Well, hey, like I said, this game actually holds some potential because some of these designs actually look really cool.
Hmm.
So we'll see how this goes, and I'm kinda hoping this isn't a mobile game. I kinda hope this is like I'm really hoping this is like a console. Okay, PC, we're getting okay, yeah. Alright, so Den of Wolves, I'm not sure what this one is.
This is made by
Techno
the
Thriller
same
Crossfire.
guy, or same people who made Payday and Payday 2, so I have mixed feelings about
Yeah,
this.
Payday 3 did not do too well at all.
But
People
Payday
were
1
not
and
happy.
2 like was really really good.
Oh yeah, Payday 1 and 2 was extremely
This
good.
game don't look too bad. I don't think I'd play it myself, but I could see people.
Uh, I'm I never really played too much of the high like Payday 2, yeah, they were really good and all, but I never played them. I know they were good. Um because like I said, they
Hmm.
did really well. People talked about them. They said they were really good shooters. I like the gun, the way how like the gun animation. Like me, I'm an animation fanatic when it comes to like reloads and just guns in general. So I mean, no, fuck. Like I said, it depends. We'll see. Because like
Hmm.
I'm seeing like a lot of futuristic guns. So
So
But I mean,
there's a
hey,
lot
like
of creative
heist games
liberties.
are fun. Yeah, I mean, heist games can be pretty fun though. So I mean, we'll see how this goes. We will be watching with great
Killing
interest.
Floor 3. Oh
Now,
boy.
this game, I think this is gonna do decently because
Uh,
Killing Floor 2 was pretty fun. Killing Floor 2 was a lot of fun, so I have some hopes for this one because I enjoyed Killing Floor 1.
yeah, and now we're on Killing Floor. Okay. Yeah, see
Or
this
not Killing
one.
Floor 2. This one looks like it's gonna be fun. Yeah, just fucking mowing down waves of zombies. What I love. Why would you hit a zombie like that with your fucking okay? Uh, oh, okay, that looks weird. Yeah, tripwire. Uh, I'm liking the new zombie designs a little bit. They look kind of cool. I still
Yeah.
kind of I prefer the more realistic guns look to. Oh, okay, so they are bringing back older characters. Okay, so that's cool because there was I forget what that character's name. It's not Smoke. My mind's wanting to tell me Smoke, but that's Rainbow Six Siege. I forget what the guy with the big ass mask is named. Which, by the way, I found out those type of gas masks, like the one that character right there is wearing,
Mm.
they're not fun to put on, especially if you're someone with a lot of hair.
Oh shit.
The
Okay.
rubber pools.
So.
Power World. This
Oh.
is, I think, is gonna do decently.
Oh
This is gonna
yeah.
do okay, and
This
I kind
should
of hope
bring back
Pokemon
player
does cool with
retention.
another. Okay, I'm sorry, but that actually it looks like a cool design for a pal. Oh, holy
Mm-hmm.
shit, that dude just fucking threw one. Damn.
He actually starts
I'm
fighting
kinda
one for
hoping we
like
actually
days
get
on end. I will give this man credit. This man fight. They fight
Oh,
for like
shit!
multiple days. Like, look at this shit.
Okay, that's kinda yeah, they're still fighting.
And then they take a
Resting,
break.
fighting, and then one finally comes out on top. That's kinda funny.
Mm-hmm.
Reminds me of, the Fallout story with, a certain paladin from the Brotherhood of Steel and a certain super mutant, like,
Fucking
they fought for, I think,
yeah,
a week
killed it.
straight, and they
Oh
became
my,
best friends.
bro.
They founded an entire, like, I think a town together with each other, which you can actually meet
I
that
still
that
find
same
it crazy that they just pull out
Valkyrie.
guns and start shooting these things.
Okay, now, this is something I wanna point out. Okay, I here, play for a second. I'll tell you when to pause. Hang on. No, keep going, I'll tell you when to pause. 'Cause I couldn't see this myself. Just keep going. Whenever you see another gun, pause it. Not that one, keep going. That looks like an M1 Garand. Okay, that. Does that not kinda look like that Russian I think it's what was it, the PPSH? But, the Russian submachine
Well,
gun?
actually, yeah, because of the barrel.
Yeah, but I'm not seeing the drum, so I couldn't tell if it was drum, but to be fair, the character was kinda holding it low. I think they added some World War II weapons to that because that long rifle-like thing, it kinda reminded me of an M1 Garand.
Okay, solo leveling, that is a mobile game. I'm skipping that.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, isn't there an anime that's called Solo
Oh,
Leveling?
god damn
Okay,
it.
here we go, folks.
Yeah.
Here we
Oh,
go. Let's get
fuck.
into this.
Here, look at this.
Uh,
It's already like downvoted
yeah.
more.
Well, to be fair, we could skip this because we've already talked about this. Also, this is the PC release. I don't know why they waited this long to do a PC release. It's
Oh,
not gonna help that
11
game. I
years
think.
to game.
Yeah, they're not
How the
fucking,
fuck
and
you
they've released those
remaster
2
the latest
games
title of your
twice.
franchise? Got so
Mhm.
hyped when I saw Naughty Dog's logo pop up at the Game Awards just for it to be the 500th remaster slash port in the last year. Crazy. So
My point
I'm just
exactly
gonna
when I said,
skip it because we already know what it is, and
yeah, we've
I
already talked to length about Naughty Dog, and
now
yeah,
this
we
this I'm actually
I
kind
feel
of
like we
curious
should have
about.
brought a certain friend in for this one because this actually looks kinda funny, and you know which friend I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm. And
Okay, and that's another thing too, I kinda feel like they're introducing Shadow into this only because of his role in the last movie.
mm-hmm.
So, because it's Sonic Racing, I that one I think is gonna be a good game.
Oh yeah.
That one I think that's gonna be a fun one.
Now I got a question. Will they bring back Banjo Kazooie as a writer or new like characters?
You and Banjo-Tooie, I swear.
Banjo
I doubt
Kazooie,
it.
god damn it! Hey man, give me some credit because they also added fucking Heavy, Pyro, and Spy and as
Yeah.
characters.
Okay, so we already talked about Dying Light. That rematch, did we watch that trailer yet?
I don't think so. Yeah, this is different.
No, I don't think we talked about this one. Oh, this is a soccer. Okay. I'm honestly surprised this is kind of coming out because I know FIFA has the soccer, like sports style game on lockdown. So I don't know. I'm not a sports guy, and I know you're definitely not either. So
Yeah,
I don't really
I
care for
kind of get
sports.
like vibes of Knockout City, and I'm one of those. I will say that I fucking like Knockout City. That was a good dodgeball game.
Yeah, the art style's okay-ish. I honestly, I don't think I don't know. I don't think this game stands a chance against FIFA. I think FIFA's going to kill this game.
Hmm.
Also, that said 5v5. That looked like a lot more characters than 5v5 to me at one
Yeah.
point. I swear it did. I could be wrong. There could have been 5, but I swear I saw more people. But it's just another. I don't know. I think more people would rather
Warframe
play FIFA.
1999. Oh boy.
Again, I don't know too much about Warframe. Never really played it. I do know people do like this game. I don't know. They do find it fun. So, like I said, I have no idea what the fuck is going on in Warframe. No idea what's going on, what the things are. I know it's somewhat fun, I guess. Is that an AK? What the fuck is that?
You're the type of guy that judge like any form of gun you see. He's like, the fuck
I
is that?
can't fucking help it, dude. I've gone down the gun nut rabbit hole, and once you go down, every time you see a gun in gaming, you're like,
What the fuck is
you
that?
you you break it down. You can't help but break it down and just go, what the fuck am I looking at? Yeah, that's an AK. I don't know what it is with the video game industry, and they just love the fucking AK-47. To be fair, it is a really good platform. It's a cool platform. I guess this is supposed to be like a pre-sequel to the original Warframe, I guess. I don't
I
know.
don't know.
I don't know what this is, but it looks kind of fun. I mean, it looks like a typical. What the fuck was that? Did that not look a little janky to you a little bit there?
Yeah, it did.
I don't know
Look
what
at
the
that.
fuck that was, but just the way she was firing. I don't know. It looked like a pistol. I think I have no fucking clue what that was, but just the way the arm moved looked a little weird. I don't know what's up with the dude who's just smiling in the fucking baseball cap. That's a weird ass cat.
What
Is it
is?
just me, or does that dude look like Aiden Price from freaking Watch Dogs?
Oh my god.
Does he not look
Shut
like an evil
up.
Aiden from
Shut
Watch
up.
Dogs? You cannot tell me he doesn't. I don't know. Maybe this is like a prequel to like the original Warframe. Like these are like before the
This
Warframes
is a
came
pretty
into
big
being or
one.
whatever.
I'm actually kind of glad that they're doing this.
What
PC
was the
port
previous?
for.
Oh, this PC port. Okay,
Mm-hmm. So, I'm actually
eh,
cool with
I
that.
yeah, I just kind of have my issues with it because, like I said, it's I don't know. I don't like the fact that they're going back in and changing the story up a little bit and adding more to it, like changing the story
So,
entirely.
this is a weird one for me.
That whole
Because,
labyrinth. I
dude,
don't
this
know
is
what this is.
Pac-Man. This is literally just Pac-Man, but
Oh
weird.
yeah. I saw this too. Yeah, it looked like a little Pac-Man like AI thing travels around with you and helps you out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's another like side scroll adventure game. Or not parkour. What do you call it? Platformer. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, it actually
Man, I
does.
just want to see Pac-Man
Pac-Man.
World 2 remake or
The
repack.
Pac-Man eats pellets too. Okay, this is something I was gonna bring up too. The bosses in this game actually look really cool too. I like the
Mm-hmm.
designs. Like they look really cool. You must eat. Oh dear lord. It's like a Pac-Man horror game. Hot damn. It's like damn, someone wanted some turtle soup.
Consume Darkness. Like, what the fuck?
Looks like a cool game though. Okay, this is a game I'm a little bit familiar with, and I'm kinda hoping this is gonna be multiplayer.
Black
Cause like
Frost.
well no, it's like the long dark. Long dark is like a super hardcore like survival game. Like you're in like the you're in like I think it takes place in like Alaska. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you're in the dangerous cold. Like it is 100% cold. Everything's frozen. You just have to survive in this environment. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's like apocalyptic like thing that's going on, but like you're just trying to survive. Like, dude, you have to put layers upon layers on clothing and shit like that. Like you can actually do that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think you can wear up to like 3 different layers of socks. You know, all kinds of shit. See, like seeing these types of groups together and all that shit makes me think that this is multiplayer. That this is going to be a multiplayer version of the Longest Dark or the Long Dark. Dude, and that's another thing too. The wildlife was a huge threat. Like bears were until you got a gun was actually really fucking scary. Oh, that's cool. But like, okay, so I think what's going on here because I don't remember. I don't think I remember too much of the original story of the first game. But it looks like there's an apocalypse that happens where it's just like a permanent winter everywhere. Like everywhere's covered in snow.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay, so that right there where it said live together, die alone.
Mm-hmm.
I think this one's gonna be pretty much the long dark, but it's just like co-op or multiplayer, which will be interesting because like that was an actual and a really cool looking game. This
Thick as
one,
thieves.
this kind of looks interesting. It's like a multiplayer, like you have to like steal, like you have a certain thing you have to steal and you have to just take it or whatever
Mm.
without being detected or whatever. So I mean, it's an interesting concept.
Kind of this art style reminds me of Sea of Thieves a bit, and they're
Yeah.
looking for devil fruits. God damn it!
All right. Oh
The
dear lord.
hood, the
The hood
hood.
comes in and
You
is like, "Come
hold
here,
on.
bitch."
Can I just say, if this person was a different color than that, this would be a problem.
Oh dear lord. I'm gonna throw this out there too. I was gonna throw in this joke. It's like hey, he just runs up there. He's like, "Hey, bitch, ever see The Walking Dead?"
Oh my god.
Comes in with a baseball bat. Honestly, I don't know why he didn't hit him. I couldn't tell if he hit him or not.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it looks cool. Like the gadgets and all look very cool. Kind of reminds me of. You ever seen Thief? You know what that game is? The spider. Oh, what was that? Not gonna lie, that was kind of lame. How he just throws a dart or whatever.
Oh, dude,
Okay,
I
yeah.
just
So this is like a stealth-based objective game where you have to like steal shit, like pull a heist. But like you have other thieves that are trying to take the shit too. Yeah, the chameleon. Yeah, this seems like a pretty interesting concept. I don't know that one. That one probably gonna be a little fun one.
All right, next one. I don't know if this is.
Oh,
This kind of reminds me of
oh,
Terraria.
yeah. I was gonna say this is the one I was gonna ask you about. Because this one I think
Yeah.
you might be interested in this one because
This
this one definitely
Core
Terraria.
Keeper.
Like
This reminds me of Terraria, 100%.
who made Terraria again? Is that I forget who made that one.
I forgot to, but these people most definitely. This game is definitely a
Uh,
Terraria type
yeah, I
deal.
mean, like I
I
said,
mean, look
look
at
at
this. Look at
yeah,
this,
look at the
dude.
mining.
This is Terraria. You can't tell me
Yeah,
otherwise.
which I mean, hey, it looks pretty cool, and there's like enemies underground too and all that shit. I love how they just left their buddy there to die. It's
Mm-hmm.
like fuck you, buddy. That's kind of funny. I don't know. I don't think this is by the same guys who made Terraria because this looks like a
No.
foreign deal. But I mean, hey, it still looks pretty interesting. I mean, fair. It's not. I
Yeah,
mean,
if, I feel like
not
if you
really,
like
but
Terraria, then you'd like this.
yeah, you like that one.
Dave the Diver. Oh, I've heard of this.
Yeah, I think there's already another Dave the Diver game, which I
Mm-hmm.
think a lot of people like that one too because it was like a an 8-bit style like boss battle thing or whatever, where the dude was underwater like fighting sea
Frag.
monsters and just other shit.
Frag.
Uh,
Yeah, this is
yeah, okay, so
mobile.
this is like a card. There, no, this isn't mobile. This is actually a first-person shooter, but
Oh, it
it's like a
is?
card based. Yeah, like you can use like cards. They have like different. You can like pick up cards, and they all have like different effects. There was another game that did this exact same thing. I'm not too sure about this one, but I kind of like the other one better because the other one had like more of like a cartoonish style to it, where this one's just I don't know. I mean, it's interesting. What the fuck? Small head, big head. Yeah, where it's like hard. Okay, that's actually kind of cool though.
Yeah, I'll give him that.
You get a small head to where it's like you can't fuck. They can't. It's harder to headshot you. Oh, the anti gravity. Oh, that's trippy. Okay, so that again, that one has an interesting concept as well. Oh, that one might be fun. It's free to play too, so that one actually might be worth trying out. Hey, we might have to try that one out.
What is this?
Uh oh, it's a controller. We can skip it. It's not a game. AI limit. Oh, was this that game I was thinking about? I don't think we've got there yet. Oh yeah, okay. So this one,
Yeah, this
you
is
ever
like
see
an 8 minute
Code
thing.
Vein?
Yeah.
Well, you ain't gonna watch all of it. You remember Code Vein? That game kind of looked like Code Vein a little bit. That one probably will do all right with the weebs.
Midnight Murder Club.
I have no idea what this is. Oh yeah. Okay, so this when I watched the trailer for it, it kind of confused me because I could not tell what was going
Oh, so
on.
this is just Clue. That's literally what this is.
Kinda, but, like, you're trying to, like, I guess, find the murderer or whatever, or they're like, see, for example, like, watch
Yeah,
watch
you
watch
have to
watch how
figure out who the killer is before they kill you and everyone
yeah, but,
else.
like, I have no idea why they just randomly start shooting because like, that was just so weird. I feel like that was a janky, like, little display or thing or whatever? Or is the objective to kill everybody? I don't know, it's, like, kinda weird. I don't know if it's just team-based, I'm not too sure what's going on here.
No, I think this is team based.
I don't know, the trailer was just kinda weird and confusing.
Dungeon and Fighter.
Arab? Or Arad?
Oh.
Oh, yeah, this is that, yeah, this is that it looks like, Genshin Impact. I think it's like a new battle royale style game, but it's like Genshin Impact themed. Yeah,
Yeah, it's called
you'll go into it. Yeah, you'll see like they kind of
Project
it looks like battle
DW
royale.
gets a cinematic trailer during the Game Awards. Meet the characters and more a rash and open world action adventure RPG. So that's what this is.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not a because honestly, from what I saw of it, I thought it was like
Mm-hmm.
a battle royale because it looked like they were just dropping into an area and just fighting. Homie got a revolver in a medieval setting.
Yeah, I at this point I just don't know.
Like I said, I'm clueless on what this one is or what it's gonna do. I mean, if it's like again, if it's Genshin Impact similar to that, it's a gotcha game. People fall for it. If they fail for Genshin Impact, they'll get this. Which hey, Genshin Impact it had its like see like that right there.
Mm-hmm.
That looks like battle royale to me. Though you see the way they dropped in like that.
Uh-huh.
Like there's enemies that you could fight too, and I swear I thought I saw some of the characters fighting themselves. I don't know if they're like dropping into dungeons and they're in teams or whatever. I don't know what this is. Okay, so yeah, it's like a team up thing where they're like going into different dungeons and fighting and shit like that. Okay.
Post Malone Murder Circus. What the fuck is this?
Oh yeah, this is that new Hunt Showdown thing. I'm not too sure.
Like when I saw Post Malone here,
Yeah,
I was like, what the fuck is he doing here?
there ain't no telling.
But I mean, it
I don't
looks
know.
all
He might
right.
actually he might actually enjoy Hunt Showdown. Who knows? Or they just got his ass to come in here for this.
Nah, it actually does look good. Like, I'll give him that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Kind
not
of.
gonna lie. I like some of the historical shit that they do in Hunt Showdown with like some of the
Mm,
guns, like some of the gun, like one of my favorite guns that was in the game was the Lamont revolver, which does not get a lot of attention. It's dude. Okay, so this was when a real revolver back in the day. It was a revolver that shot. I'm pretty sure it was like either 45 or it was technically a four. It didn't shoot shells. This was muzzle load, not muzzle loaded, but you know what I mean.
okay.
It was a pump gun. This
This
is the other
one,
gun game I was talking about. This is the one I was saying that was like, uh,
this is gonna
I thought this was
sell
Armored
big
Core.
in Japan. This is gonna
Yeah,
be big.
I don't know how it's gonna do over here, but like in Japan, the people who loved Armored Core, this
Are
is gonna
gonna
do
love
well over there.
this.
This actually looks pretty good. I don't think I'd play. I don't think I'd like this game too much. I think I'd struggle with this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's got PvP and PvE modes. Huh, that's interesting. I don't know. I've just never liked like really fast paced mech games like this.
Yeah, I
I've never
can't
really
keep track of
cared for 'em.
this shit.
I can't either. It's like that's why I'm kind of like hesitant with Elden Ring because Elden Ring's combat is like super fast paced, whereas I like Dark Souls where it's just it's not too fast. Like it can be fast paced. Okay, that straight up look like Gundam.
Mm-hmm.
That straight up look like Gundam, which they may have a crossover here shortly. Who knows? But damn, how many more do we got? We should be getting pretty close to being done here.
Yeah,
I
we
think
only got
yeah,
a few left.
Hunters. We already done that one. Yeah, we've seen that one already. War mechanic. Okay, this one it looks like a little fun indie game. Looks like you're repairing war equipment and shit like that, so it looked kind of funny. There's like little robots running around. Kind of reminds me of like a 60s style vibe, not 50s, but like 60s. Hmm. Of course, it was General Patton who did that shit. By the way, that little thing that soldier's riding on, that was a real thing, by the way.
Yeah, I believe it.
No, like I'm serious. They literally use that to like go blow up certain shit. Like they would it was connected by a bunch of cables. I think it was called the Goliath, but they would roll it towards like they'd like load it up with explosives, roll it towards heavy ass lighting the cigar with the fucking that's awesome. Uh that might be a game that I play just so I can like fuck around with like all that old war equipment.
This next game or this next trailer is going to be terrible. We're going to be critiquing the shit out of it. I know it.
What is it?
Stage fright.
Oh dear lord.
I cannot stand bad character design. This is one of those games where I know it's going to be ass. Like, look at this, dude. What even is this?
I think it's definitely not a game designed for people like us.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like I said, it's
Like, look at
if it's
that,
like a
bro.
character
Like,
creator,
who
you
who
can
who
do it.
designs this shit, man?
It's that wannabe punk style that's not really punk. I don't know because people like the
It's
cyberpunk look,
just
but like
DEI. This is definitely one of those DEI stuff.
like I said, I have no idea. I don't even know who's fucking making the game.
The people who made
The
Overcooked.
monster design looks I don't even know what that is. The monster design looked generic as fuck.
Hey, is that the guy from Painting and Stalking?
Stop. As soon as I saw the color of her shirt, I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, someone's gonna make that reference. One of us is gonna say it. I was trying my damnedest not to.
Dude, you
I
know,
noticed the character
man.
too did look like what's his name? What was his name? What was the character's name from Stalking and Panty?
Oh, dude, I don't even know. It's been so
I
long.
don't remember either. It's not Garter. I forgot what. Oh, it's Brief. His name was Brief.
Yeah, brief accident,
Oh,
man.
for fuck's sake! I just realized that everyone was named after fucking underwear in that show or undergarments. What was that game that came out? It was like pretty famous on kind of reminds me of another like where you need two people to play it type of thing. Yeah. Oh well.
But
But
yeah, this this is one of those games that's just gonna be DEI. It's gonna be bad.
what
Uh,
was that game that was like real big on the 360 and the PlayStation 3 way back in the day where it's like was like Battle Stage something what was
I
it?
don't know.
Or like your character was like his head was like different types of shapes or whatever.
Okay, we got another one of these.
I don't remember.
This is coming
But
to
everyone
PS5,
plays.
so a PS5 exclusive.
I guess this again looks like another Genshin Impact like game.
Yeah, Genshin
It can be
Impact
fine.
clone.
There's nothing wrong with those games, you know. They can be some of them can be really decent.
Uh-huh.
But it's like I said, they're gacha style games, and I'm not a big fan of gacha games because they really
Yeah,
try to get you to pay for certain shit.
but
Oh, this was when I was gonna make a couple jokes. I was like, man, me and you, we do this shit for a living. We don't fucking want to play a game. We're doing the same shit.
exactly, man.
Me and you have done this shit for a living. We don't want to fucking
Oh
play
my
games where we have to do this
god,
shit. Yeah,
dude.
see, look at that.
Look
Look
at
at that.
this, man.
I'm
Oh
not shitting on the
no.
game because some people might actually enjoy a game like this, but like, for us, it's funny for us because like I mean, we've done jobs similar to where we have to load up fucking containers and we have to actually like, get that shit to fit in there a
It
certain
is
way. We don't
ass.
want
It
to.
is
Yeah,
ass,
it can be a
dude.
bitch sometimes.
Not only
So,
that,
it's like,
but we were
man, I
paid
do this shit
like
for a
minimum
fucking
wage to
living.
do this shit. Had to wake up at 4:30 in the morning, man.
I don't know. It's better than some jobs pay, but well, in California, it'd be lower than minimum wage because if I'm not mistaken, I think minimum wage over there in California is like I think it's $20. I think, or is it still 15? I don't remember.
Oh fuck me, dude. That'd be awful.
Yeah, I know.
Final, but the game looked alright. I'd say I'd
Yeah, no, we're just shitting on it because
yeah.
we've done that for so long. It's probably a
I
nice
think it
relaxing game. A lot of
yeah.
music. A
Now
nice.
lat
It's a puzzle game. People love puzzle games.
Double Dragon Revive.
I don't know what this is.
Oh, this is a fighting
Oh,
game.
I think this is that. Like, yeah,
Oh,
no, there's
Double
like a random
Dragon.
dude.
Oh, I know what
Double
this
Dragon.
is. Yeah, this was an old like arcade game back in the
Oh,
day.
was it? Oh, I know what this is now because I recognize those two.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, because this was like an old school, like this was like an 8-bit game back in the day,
Mhm.
wasn't it?
Yeah, like
Yeah. See,
this
that's what I'm
was
saying, dude. These types of games, they're coming back,
mhm.
and they're doing it with love too. So, it's games like this is why I still have hope in the gaming industry because you'll have some of those people out there who will say the gaming industry's dead, it's not going to do well. It's like, bro, they're bringing back games from like way back in the day, and they're actually putting some heart and soul into some of these games. I don't think
Yep.
they're dead, but I think that's all of the games from the Game Awards. Yeah, all the ones that they did. Which, yeah. Speaking of that, we can speak on that real fast. So how do you feel that Astrobots won Game of the Year? Real quick.
I'm
Again, what's your opinion? Because I'll give my opinion
like
after you give your take.
I feel like Black Myth Wukong definitely deserved it more, but I'm not gonna say that it was a bad game. You know, I love 3D platformers, and if people enjoyed it, then that's great. I kind of feel like the game, the Game Awards, kind of has a bias with certain games, and I feel like it's not fair. It's not fair to the developers. It's not fair to the people that actually work hard and give the people what they want, and these people come out and say that they want it for Game of the Year, and then the Game Awards comes out and throws a curveball like, "Oh, we're just gonna pick what game we like most and just say that's Game of the Year."
Yeah. Well, my opinion on it. I'm not gonna shit on the game Astrobots because honestly, when I checked out a little bit, it honestly looks like a really fun game. I think it's a good game, but see, here's the problem with it, and here's why I honestly don't believe why I don't. I think they just chose this one because it's a safe pick. Honestly, the fact that an exclusive won it, and granted, exclusives have won it before, but here's the
Mhm.
thing: this was an exclusive that it's not okay. Like, say for example, with the Nathan Drake games, I could see why one of those would win. Um, Game of the Year because those are like really good. The Uncharted games. When I say Nathan Drake, the Uncharted games, those are really cool. Like almost like they're Assassin's Creed level Borderlands. And not Borderlands, but they're Assassin's Creed level like awesome games. I could see one of those winning Game of the Year. I mean, hell, you know, um, God of War has won. Yeah, I think it won one of the Game of the Years one
Yeah,
time. Which,
2018 it beat Red Dead
yeah,
Redemption 2.
which I'd say that one's fair because that Red Dead Redemption did come out late. So like I think it wasn't too long after Red Dead came out with the game. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I mean, like I said, it's a safe pick, but at the same time, here's one of my biggest with the problems with the Game Awards. They're not there to actually choose what everybody like altogether what everybody thinks was actually the best game that came out that year. Because me, I honestly think now I knew Black Myth Wukong was not going to win. I'm honestly surprised that it didn't win. I'm surprised that I'm not surprised either that it didn't. Because I'm not mistaken, as far as I'm aware, I'm under the impression that it didn't win a single award. I haven't seen any immediate. Like I said, I did not watch the events. I know Lynx, you watched a good bit of it, and from what you saw, Black Myth Wukong did not win a single award.
No, I didn't see anything.
So, like I said, Black Myth Wukong, I think should have at least won a couple of awards because it was a Souls-like game, and it sold the fuck. I mean, it sold a fuck ton of copies. So the fact that it didn't win at least any, if it didn't, if I'm wrong, call me out on my BS. But as far as with the information I have at hand, as far as I know, it didn't win any awards at all, and that clearly shows media bias. Which, of course, the media hates it anyway because again, do your own research on this matter. But honestly, I think the real reason why they did that shit is because right now they're pissed off at Black Myth Wukong because Black Myth Wukong did not want to bend the knee when they were literally being extorted and being told to pay them a good chunk of money. So, and Black Myth Wukong turned that down, and they just didn't want to pay any of that shit. So that I think honestly that's why that happened. But and there was other games besides Astrobot that probably should have won it before that. And again, I'm a Dark Souls fanboy, and the Elden Ring DLC thing was on there, and that was elected for Game of the Year. Yeah, it's good storytelling, but I don't think a DLC should be elected. A DLC should be elected for Game of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it should, because that's not a full fucking game. That's not, and honestly, to even try to even put a DLC up for Game of the Year, I think that sets a bad precipice because DLC has already been somewhat like, for those who remember the old Skyrim horse armor debacle way back in the day, Links, you may know about that one, but DLC has always
Mm-hmm.
had a rocky history because honestly, I'm still of the opinion. I think if you're going to put anything in a game, it needs to be all there at once. Boom, you buy it, done. If you want to add stuff to it, yeah, add it, but I don't know. I feel like you should be able to pay for what you do. Because, this whole thing where they'll, because Destiny has really poisoned the word DLC. Because what
Mm-hmm.
Destiny did was, I'm pretty sure all the way up to the Taken King, if I'm not mistaken, from Destiny 1, from the original story, all the way up to the Taken King. That was supposed to be the full fucking game right there, all of it itself, right there. But then they decided to split it, and this was more Activision, to be fair, not on Bungie's part. They decided to cut it up into little bits to where they decided it's like, hey, instead of, we'll just sell the first quarter of the fucking game as the full game and then just cut the other bits of it up and make that paid DLC to where they have to pay for that DLC.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, dude, the first bit of Destiny 1, you could beat it within maybe 4 hours, if that. That's how quick you can beat the first story mode. Honestly, you could run through it right now. Go start a whole new character on Destiny. Go pay $20 or however much it is for Destiny 1. Go start you a new character, which again, it's not really worth a waste. It's not really a waste of money because the story for Destiny 1 and the gameplay is actually kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
But go play through that first section, the first section only of go where you go kill the Black Garden. Literally only takes you probably not even 4 hours. Probably might take you 2 or 3 hours if you just bone rush those campaign missions. It's not that hard. So, like I said, DLC has kind of been poisoned with that type of shit. So again, just doing anything like that with, like I said, I think here shortly we're probably going to start seeing an end. I think what happened to E3 is probably going to happen to the Game Awards. That's my hot take on the Game Awards. I think eventually they're probably going to see the same fate as the E3 there. So.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Yeah.
mean, hell, Nintendo barely had any presence at the Game Awards, from what I've been hearing. They showed off a few things like the Okami game, but they didn't because I know they're saving up for their own Nintendo Direct,
Mm-hmm.
which is good on them because I feel like most companies are going to start doing that from now on. They're not going to do events like E3 anymore where they all get together and show off shit. I feel like they're just going to all plan their own events and do it all themselves because why should they show up to an event that nobody wants to fucking show up to because I don't know, Access Media killed it?
Yeah.
So is the industry, like corrupt executives, marketing teams, all that shit. They've killed the soul of gaming, which is not the case in some things. But anyway, that's my take on all that shit. So,
Yep.
any thoughts yourself on that one, Links?
No, you've said everything yourself.
But yeah, I think that's gonna be it. Unless you have anything else you want to talk about, because I know there's been a lot of news in the media too about other stuff. But I feel like we could save that for another podcast if we really wanted to. Because I mean, it's super fucking late right now. It's currently 1:40 for us.
Oh, fuck me,
Yeah,
dude. And I've been up
yeah,
since 4 o'clock yesterday.
yeah. I know you've been up for almost 12 hours now, but I already know you've almost been up for a full 24 hours.
Hence why I haven't
But
been talking that much.
yeah, like I said, we're pretty tired. But like I said, we are gonna try to start since a lot more people are watching the podcast now. We're gonna try to start paying more attention to this. I'm going to take over editing and doing all that stuff. Links is still gonna upload. He's still, I'm not gonna ask him for. He's like, hey, let me have access to the channel that way I can start uploading videos myself. No, I mean, it's still his. I'm just I'm along for the ride. People want to come check out my shit, I have my own channel, which you can go watch. I'm pretty sure we'll link it in the video. So right now I'm doing a playthrough of Metro, which you can come laugh at my ass on that one because watch
Mm-hmm.
me struggle. And here shortly I am gonna see whenever, because I know Links, you're extremely fucking busy. I am gonna see if I can't convince you to start doing Let's Plays, and we may, and this might be what we do. We might just do podcasts and other shit on your channel, and then when
Mm-hmm.
we go do Let's Plays, that goes up on my channel. That might be something that we do. So that way, it's kind of a little bit separate. That way, I don't have to
Mm-hmm.
like edit shit and then you have, constantly throw it at you and because I know you're really busy and it's just less on you if when we go to do playthroughs and shit.
Or what
Because I
I
know you're
could
wanting to do
do.
Dark Souls. Yeah, I know you're
Here's
wanting to
an.
do Dark Souls, so I might
Mm-hmm.
just have you record, you send me the footage, and I edit that and I'll just upload that onto my channel where it's like a mix between both my view and your view. You know what I mean? Where we
Mm-hmm.
swap in between whichever's a funnier scene, kind of like how the Vandals
Or
crew does sometimes.
yeah, what we could do too, and this is just a thought, is I can just post the long like VODs on my channel or the
Yeah,
long
the unedited
uncut,
version, and
and
then
then
mine's
we
got the funny cuts.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, we could do that. Like I said, I mean, hey, and feedback is very much appreciated. If you guys got some tips, hey, this editing software is good. This is some shit that you guys should try, or even if you have a game suggestion that you want us to play, because Lynx might not enjoy it, but I am gonna try to get him to play some horror games with me.
Oh fuck me.
There is a
Fuck.
mod for this the old Stalker games back in the day, and I am gonna try to get you to play it with me because I do believe my PC can handle the
Fuck.
older Stalker games. So, hey, I'm walking in the blind with that one as much as you are with some of that shit, because like Stalker can throw you for a loop sometimes. So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hell. So, like I said, we're gonna try to start giving you guys more content if we can. Like I said, but like we we can't do YouTube for a full-time job, so
Mm-hmm.
it's going to be a little slow. I mean, hey, I doubt we'll ever get to that point, but if we do, that would be awesome too.
Yep.
But yeah,
But
Link, any closing remarks, old buddy?
I want to fucking sleep.
Yeah,
I
me and
need
you
my
both.
sleep.
Alright, well, yeah, we're gonna call this, guys. You guys all take care, and tune in for the next episode of the BS podcast whenever we decide to upload another one.
Yeah, hopefully we're gonna try
After
and
we
do it
rest
every
from
single
this
week.
one. Yeah, we're gonna try to, and there will be a special coming on for Christmas, whatever we are able and what we decide to do for this Christmas. So you guys got something special in the works coming. So we are gonna definitely try to give you something. But
Yeah.
all right, let's let Lynx get some sleep. For same for myself. I
All
think we
right.
should end it. We'll see you guys.